I can't see a thing.
Go on, Rita, baby. Now that sounds really groovy. I tell you what, let's sing. Well, it's nice to see Brick safe and sound. After all he's been around, and in my beauty should be crowned. The king of limbo. Well, he's had his ups and he's had his downs. He's had his smiles and he's had his frowns. But I still say he should be crowned the king of limbo.
What more can a poor boy do? Working for the likes of me and you. What more can a poor boy say? But I could use your help in any way.
He took his courage to the brink. If it were me, I would turn to drink. Well, that's the reason I think he should be the king of limbo.
All right, let's get started. Let's get started because I want to make headway today. Oh, I just woke up. That's why I'm like 10 minutes late. I changed the time. I just woke up. Oh. Okay. Swap scenes. Kill. What was it? Get rid of studio mode. Okay. So today we're supposed to trade. Ash will be along probably shortly. I didn't even add her in Discord. I'm just assuming that she's gonna get the message. So for Rampardos, I mean, this one technically I could complete by myself. It's just probably just as fast to trade it. This is the big one. I would have to breed Shieldons, import them, and then level them up over and over. So we just need to trade the one heavy Shieldon I have once, and then we just trade it back and forth a little bit. Then I evolve it, and we trade it again. And all this is just to speed it up, right? Because this technically would be one of the most time-consuming processes in the entire game. And that's why I just don't want to do it, because frankly, it doesn't prove anything other than you have a lot of time. Alright. Are we done with Basculin? Why is he in the party? I think I'm bugging. I think Basculin's done. Pretty sure he is. And do we need to have Cronidoses anymore? No, right? Yeah, I think I can evolve my Cronidoses. Iron Head, Double Edge. Head Smash. Oh, dude, why Head Smash? That's 2 recoil moves. Oh, that sucks. And doesn't Cranidos and Rampardos, don't they have, like, Rockhead, which should protect them from recoil damage? Oh, this is just annoying, just to be annoying. What is it? Up? I'm getting up and down on the D-pad confused. So we don't... I could evolve these too, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm okay to do that. Because we already finished Cranidos. We finished it quite a while ago. What it does mean is that I have 2 of the same Pokemon effectively, so I could spam the same move twice over. That's really what it means. I don't have to go heal every, you know, constantly. And we could just go hit up some other stuff. Hello, Devin. Yeah, no worries. We'll evolve both of these. I guess I just didn't last time. See, that's the problem. I'll have a really good train of thought going, and then I will totally, absolutely forget what it was. And then by the time I play this game again, I just don't remember. Congrats on being market. Oh, yeah, it wasn't that bad. But you were there, right? Yeah, you were there. Yeah, it was all right. I guess I could also evolve Basculin. Right? Oh, look at that. That counts. So if I could just do one more, we could just spam this back and forth. Hold on. Do I have a third Cranidos? How you not like learn? Oh, how you not learn? Not I don't know what you mean. How you not learn how to play this game? I don't know what that means. I played this game a lot. That's how I learned how to play it. You find a boss, get your shit rocked, go explore. Well, you know, eventually at some point, knowing every Souls game, we're gonna get to that point where it's not gonna happen, right? Like, at some point, you're gonna get to a point, that's a terrible way of describing it, where you will not be able to just rock the shit out of a boss. It's just gonna become, well, time to just slam my head into a wall until I kill it. You know how that works. Hello, Ash. Ash, are you still free to trade? Everything alright? It's okay if you're busy or anything, or you're not feeling it, that's fine too. Because I have to finish this Pokemon anyway, so I'm good, I'm fine. Alright, oh, okay, give me a sec, I'll set it up. I'm just gonna evolve this. So we actually don't need to trade Rampardoses, because I have 3. I just said, fuck it, why am I gonna trade it? There's no reason to keep a Cranidos. Probably have a spare one around anyway. Alright. Perfect. And do I even... what else do I need? Alright, so Rampardos is just a Pokemon we just have to use. Luckily, you only have to use Strong Style 15 times. So then after that, it's just using Double Edge and Head Smash, which is just going to be annoying. Shieldon, we have to trade back and forth. Well, only really once. No, only 3 times. And then Bastiodon, we just trade back and forth. Alright. Yeah, give me... I'm gonna run over here anyway. Last 3 bosses you fight one after another at the end are the easiest bosses, one of the best, and one of the most obnoxious. See, it's that obnoxious one, especially if it's, like, in a chain. I'm assuming that there's, like, a, you beat this guy, you don't have to do it again, like, flag that gets set for these bosses. Because otherwise, I could see this becoming very obnoxious. Oh, the first 2 phases are easy, but the last... No, it won't even be that. It'll be the first phase is reasonable, the second phase is obnoxious, and then the third phase is piss easy. But, like, you'll die on the third phase just because you don't know what's going on, and you'll be like, oh, easy, man, I got it. How did I die to that? And then you'll spend the next hour trying to get back to the third phase. You know how that is with Souls games. Do I need to catch anything? No, I will provide everything to you. I will provide everything for you. In fact, wait, hold on. Is that a lie? Do I have 2 Shieldons? Yes, I do. Okay, they're in my party. Yes, I will provide everything for you. And they're big. .1. Alright, so the 1.1, this one right here, this is the big one. The other one is just to trade. And honestly, I guess I'll only ask for the big one back. I don't care if you keep... I honestly don't even care much if you keep all of them once we're done. Doesn't matter to me. You should just have, like, a garbage Pokemon to trade you don't care for. While I'm waiting for this. This is actually the last time I'll need to trade on this game for the Dex. Or for really anything. I'm more surprised that people even still play this game or still own it, to be completely truthful. I want to trade. I'm surprised this game even has trading, honestly. Honestly, I'm glad that they were probably bullied into keeping it. They were probably like a mainstream Pokemon game that has Pokehome compatibility. But no trading. What the hell, man? Yeah, I'll see what I'm going to stream on Monday and Tuesday. Donkey Kong will be tomorrow. I saw that Raiden was like, oh, what about Donkey Kong? And I was like, yeah, it'll happen tomorrow. Am I online? Wait, is that... Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it automatic online or what? Second to last boss is just awesome. That's what I like to hear. There you go. So I'm going to trade you this. We have to trade 3 times for me. Here you go. And then afterwards, I have to evolve both of them. So we're going to trade back and forth 3 times. And that should be enough, right? Because that'll be 8, 9, and 10. And then after that, I have to evolve both of these, which is kind of a pain. Because it's a lot of rare candies. Maybe I should just trade the one in the living decks back and forth, honestly. I'll evolve that. I'll evolve the one I'm sending now, and then I'll trade it back and forth a few times. So we'll just do this. We don't have to trade this 3 times. It's not a big deal. I don't know. I just know I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to get to a boss that'll be reasonably beatable, and I'm just going to be annoyed the whole fucking time. And I'm going to be like, yeah, this is stupid. Every Souls game, there's one boss that's just, like, notoriously, iconically fucking stupid. And then I just know it's just going to be me beating my head against a wall. See, we're early enough in the game that we can still level up reasonably, get a lot of offense, right? Every 2 levels, we get, like, another couple points. But once we get to the soft cap or whatever, it's going to be different. Yeah, Millennia is just going to be stupid. I know I'm not going to have fun with that. That's why I say, like, I might not even beat her. I'm not here to fucking kill myself trying to defeat a cheesy boss that heals itself. It breaks the social contract of boss fights. Just makes me feel like, outside of perfect play, like, you can't really beat it with most builds. And that's why my one friend that beat it used a cheat, used the Mimic tier plus, you know, ridiculous spells, and he had the video, and I was like, dude, Millennia literally sat around and did fuck all the entire time. So, like, where was the victory? Millennia basically said, I'm going to ignore you, and I'm going to miss every single attack on the Mimic tier. Miss, 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 miss. Second phase, miss, miss, miss. Only at the end did she kill it. And then by that point, he just fired 2 spells and killed her. I know there's one kind that will annoy you, even if it's obnoxious. See, like, if I had enough time and just enough mental energy, I would absolutely play, like, all these different Souls games. But, you know, like, I don't know, man. To me, the Souls version is playing Final Fantasy and doing extremes. Or not extreme, sorry, doing Savage. And playing that perfectly. Although I guess at that point you could argue it's really just learning a pattern and then, you know. Alright, after this I'm going to end the trade. So I'll trade it one more time and then I'll evolve this and then I'm going to trade, we're going to hot potato. I know there's kind of, yeah, it's whatever. Fucking Souls games, man. Only a stupidly programmed where she's passive when you're passive. That feels like everything in this game. Everything in this game is an anxiety simulator. Where it's like, oh, I'm gonna hit. Alright, I'll delay it 5 seconds. And so, of course, my anxiety is going to fucking flare up. And then the actual hit is at light speed. So, whatever. The only thing is I just have to not be stubborn. Like, if it was just Margit and maybe like a couple other big bosses that did it, I would be like, okay, that's varied, right? Okay, that's fine. Because it's every single boss, it feels like, it just feels fucking awkward. It's like every single boss is an anxiety simulator. Which I am not about. I mean, it's cool, I get it. You know, we're used to rolling right away, but yeah. Yeah, the wind-up is so... It's awful. Alright. Okay, we just... Alright, Ancient Power will be like a walk in the park. Alright, here we go. We're going to trade again, Ash. Same code. Not that. She is not nearby. Oh my god. Someone far away. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade you this Bastiodon. You could give me back the Shieldon, and then I'm going to trade back and forth the Bastiodon I have in my living decks with this one. And what are we at? I think 3, or are we at 4? I think we're at 3. So we have to do it 7 times. Someone remind me when I'm at, like, time 6, so I don't accidentally fuck it up. Because I will absolutely fuck it up. Put it back up. I get that they made Gwen really easy to kill in Dark Souls 1. Like, he is super parryable. Like, that's, like, iconically, he's, like, stupidly easy to parry. And I get that Dark Souls 2, you could use the magic builds to kind of cheese your way through the game. Which I found out after I beat the fucking game, mind you. Like, years later. Someone made a post on something. They were like, you know... FromSoft really fucked up making, you know, the bosses in this game super killable with magic builds and shit. Means instead of relying on instinct, it relies on memorization of moves. I mean, yeah, that's fine, but when it becomes the only thing I feel like I'm doing, I don't really feel like I won because, well, I don't know, it depends. I guess it really depends on boss difficulty. If that's the only reason you die, and it's genuinely, honestly not because you just mistimed your roll, then that's one thing. But if it's just like, okay, well, there's 5 different flowchart patterns I have to read, and the AI is reading me at instant speed, like boom, 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 yeah, that's a little annoying. Like, it's at the end of the day, the boss has to fuck up for me to capitalize on. Whether it's by doing nothing, overextending and exposing itself, because you're doing the same thing too. I mean, like, that's the problem, is how easy does a fight become, really? Where is it again? Where's the fossil Pokemon? Oh, they're in the Coronet segment. Where are they? There you go. Let's trade this back and forth. Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Ash. You're literally shearing off entire hours of my life where otherwise I'd have to sit around and there's no guarantee I would even get the Pokemon I'd want, knowing my bad luck. I would sit here for 5 hours. We'd have a 5-hour Arceus stream. Yes, I could hear your groans from outer space, okay? Because I'm streaming on the moon right now. I would sit here for 5 hours. It would take me 40 minutes or 25 minutes to get the distortions to show up. And then immediately after, Rowlet, Cranidos. Guarant-fucking-T. Fuck that. No. I say no to that. Because this doesn't prove anything. It shouldn't be this ridiculous. I've said this before. There should be another spot for the fossils to spawn. I have bitched about this game so much, I don't want to bitch about it no more. That's one trade. We have to do it 6 more times. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm welcome. Thank you. Because this would be anti-content. This would be abso-fucking-lutely anti-content. So yeah. So, Margaret, they'll do a move and leave themselves open as they have 15 times before, but because you try... Yeah, and that's what I hate. I just don't like that. I don't like that... Oh, if it was a phase transition, okay, that's one thing. Phase 2, you can't just exploit the same move again for the 50th time. When it's phase 1, but he never did it any of the last 10 attempts, and now he does it this attempt, I feel a little bit cheated. I feel like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you do this any other time before? You know? It's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I could hit after hit 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it'll become 1, 2, 3, hit. 1, 2, 3, hit. 1, 2, 3, hit. And then on my 10th attempt, the game will be like 1, 2, 3. Ha ha! 4, fucker! And I'll be like, dude, I don't like that. So am I just really unlucky he never did it? Or is it something that happens and the game doesn't tell you? You know, like when he pulls out the hammer, that's one thing. That's okay. He's altering his moves. I get that. That's cool, actually. I like that. I like when you get to a certain phase and the boss does different stuff. It's not just the same thing from 1 to 100. Sometimes it's cool when a boss doesn't change. Sometimes it isn't. Or not isn't, but sometimes it's cool when they don't change, is what I should say. You know, I get it. I get it. That's 2. I have to keep track in my head because I'm ranting. Cheap viewers on a Cutley link? Hold on! Folks. What do we do with cheap viewers on a Cutley link from a first-time account? You already know. Goodbye. Dude, these bots gotta get better at this, man. This is an old account, too. The fuck? Damn, at least go back to promising pussy pics in the bot. What is it? Pussy pics in the DMs? Damn. You gotta get better than that. You gotta talk with me for a couple years. You gotta build a rapport. You gotta tell me that I'm awesome and also keep me humble. And then I will still ban you for advertising viewers in my channel. I give up on the first boss of Dark Souls 1. I don't blame you. If you're going in thinking you're just gonna have a funny hack and slash adventure, you're not. That's not the type of game Souls games are. It's not. Sorry, yeah, Ash, it was on Twitch. It's only ever on Twitch. It's more like 1-2 is the play. Yeah, it's a really non-generous check. Is the player in front of me at this exact moment within counterattack hit distance? Okay, 3-4. Are they attacking me? It's probably like a really cool coding chart. You know what I mean? Like to check for these things. I always like when games do this. Right? Was that 4? I think that's 4. I like when games have, okay. So the reason I like when games are coded like that is because it's cool to see the AI go down these pathways at, let's be fair, like millisecond speeds. That's human-like. That is human-like. For the AI to be like, okay, I did my attack. Where is the enemy? Is he this angle, within this radius, this acute angle? Is he in front of me? And how far is he? And are they healing? Are they attacking? Are they rolling? When are they in those animations? Things like that. That's probably insanely hard to code. But what it really turns into is, oh, well, the boss is a counter hit for every possible thing you could do. And that could be hard. It's cool. Should the whole fight be, there's 5 different combos I have to learn at any given moment? I don't know. Again, I understand it's meant to be a hard and challenging game, but I don't know if that's like really my favorite thing in the world to do. I don't know. I think with Millennia, I watched my friend try Millennia for like 3 hours, and that was not even the total sum of all of his attempts. After a point, I just stopped watching. I went back, and he was still doing it. I just didn't join the stream. I was cool with it. I was like, all right, I think I've seen enough. It's just her saying the same 5 lines. Not even. It's like 2 lines. It really is like those old school Final Fantasy fights, where it's like they'll have a phase 1, a phase 2, and a phase 3, like Titan Maximum, or Shiva, Eden Shiva, I should say. They'll do the same, it'll be the same fight, but you can't fuck up across any of the phases. Titan Maximum has very distinct phases. Shiva doesn't have like phases the normal way. Shiva doesn't have phases the way that we're used to, so. There's still bots on Xbox, and Xbox still struggles with it. Bots on what? Like, online games? There was a severe complaint about input and animation reading to punish healing and other things. I mean, hopefully they don't go too far, because I think they've walked a fine line, and while, yes, player skill generally has gone up over the last 10 years on almost any game, that doesn't really make it fun. All the time, at least, it doesn't. But, early game Souls games are always difficult because you just don't have enough health or enough damage to, like, 1 or 2 shot enemies. Like, what I find is that most of the time, enemies don't, like, gain a lot of health as you go through the game. You just start one-shotting towards the end. But, again, it's been a long time since I played a Souls game to the end, so... hello? Did my stream freeze? Or did Firefox freeze? Okay, it was Firefox. It didn't start using 1 billion megabytes of memory, though. What? What happened? Are we done? Do I just get back to unknown? Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. Do you want your unknown back, Ash? Oh, she actually pressed me. Okay. You know what? That's perfect. That's actually good because you forced me to look to see how much I, There you go. Well, I mean, I'm going to get it back anyway because I'm going to ask for my Bastiodon back, so you're going to get your unknown back regardless. There you go. We're at 11. We actually did 1 extra. I miscounted. Oh, yeah, because the return trip counts as 1, and then I fucked up. It's fine. I borrowed a couple seconds of your life, a minute of your life that you will never get back. Chopped liver? What do you mean? Is chopped liver even good? Seriously. Find people to play with on Xbox because of this. Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Where can you even go to do it? Like, you can't go on Reddit. I used to meet people to play video games with online all the time. And then, I don't know. It's just that era ended one day, and I was really sad. It was like, what the fuck? You used to find all kinds of people. Now you can't. Now, if you talk to someone, let's say you're a dude and you wanna find a cute Discord e-kitten to play games with. Good fucking luck, bro. They're all OnlyFans spammers, or bots, or catfish. Good fucking luck. And even if they are real women, you're still going to get, like, baited and tossed around and stuff, and then they're just gonna one day never message you again. Good luck with that. Everyone is either a bot, a seller, or not genuine. You're never gonna find anyone to play games with. Now, if you want to find dudes, maybe you could find dudes. But if you want to find, you know, if you're trying to find that cute e-girl, you know, to play games with you, you're fucked in the modern era. You're fucked. Alright, thanks, Ash. Now it's off to go suffer, or time to go suffer. I had this playing in the background, and I heard Discord E-Kitten. No, Discord E-Kitten. I don't know what that is. Saj Damnu? Yeah, I don't know. Just the way it's... What are we doing again? Technically, the best place to go would be Alabaster, because there's non-stop ice, there's a lot of ice types, and we could use ice types. Need me for any more trades? Nope. You are free. Thank you very much, Ash. I appreciate it. Swedish. Okay. Yeah, I can't do that. Alright, so we either go here and we fight a bunch of flying types and bug types. I don't know. Fuck it. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. As long as we're not fighting the ghost types, it's fine. Online dating is bad 95% of the time. You want to get into a relationship, go to a hangout places and mingle socially. I mean, Devin's got the right of it. I used to totally not believe that. But that was back when you could totally find legitimate women to talk to online. And nowadays, you absolutely cannot do that anymore. It's literally impossible. They have destroyed this shit so fucking hard, it is impossible. You're better off just not even wasting your time. I'll take Gallade back. It's really dead internet theory. Like, at its core, that's really what it is. How many, Okay, I'm gonna need grit gravel. Where does this shit even get stored? Oh, I'm full on grit gravel, but not grit dust? Why did I take out all my grit dust and not my grit gravel? That is so interesting. I have no idea why that happened. Only had one of my relationships. I don't know how to feel, though. That one did end up with me in the ER. Oh, my God. Well, that was definitely someone to stick by you, I guess. Sell dust now. I don't want to wait. Dude. Oh, my fucking God. There's no reason to raise my special attack. This dude got me fucked up, man. Yeah, don't hook up, though. Don't do online hookups. You can thank me later. To the men in the chat. It's not as good as you think. It's actually pretty empty and meaningless. Unless you absolutely are only looking for it. The minute you're looking for anything more, it's just not fucking worth it. Trust me. As a couple of my friends would say, not that I totally agree with them 100%, but if they're online, probably something wrong with them. And that goes for the dudes, too. You know, let's flip the tables around. Let's pretend that I'm Ash, right? If they're online, probably not the best thing. But, I mean, it depends. Because I know dudes that they met people in real life who were psychos. You know? That's something you really got to weigh and balance. How much do you want someone to know where you live? Really ask yourself that question. Because it might be one of the most important questions you ask yourself. Even if you don't get axe murdered in your sleep, you really have to ask yourself, do I really want to bring someone to my domicile? You know? Now, back when I was younger and stupider, you know, it was whatever. You know, you meet some cool women. It's okay. I have to get more, actually. I don't have enough. I'm going to be short by 3, if you could believe it. And I have to fix up their moves, and then we have to do this. It's just it's too annoying. It's too much work. But, you know, you go everywhere online, and it's like, dude, my OF is in the bio. And I'm like, cool, I came to a stream to watch video games. Or I liked your comment on something and commented under it. It's like, damn, bro, like, the thirst is insane. Yeah, whole Twitch and YouTube meta is designed around this shit too. It's just, it gets too much, you know? It's like, I've been getting it on YouTube and Twitch. If you go back to some of the earlier streams on YouTube, like 3 years ago, we used to have Russian robots come in here with the kiss emoji. It'd be like, so, well, whatever it is in Russian, I don't remember the exact details of how it looked. But, you know, they would come in and advertise. I'm like, first of all, my channel is not even really featured in Russia. Second of all, if your first message on someone's channel is a link to something else, I gotta show you the door, bro. That is a good point. You could always say that you are the psycho and try to out-psycho the psycho. But here's the thing, unless you're willing to commit to that lifestyle, Viv, it's I wouldn't advise it, because some people love a good challenge. I can tell you right now, some of the women I know are fucking insane. Or new, because I don't talk to them anymore. They're fucking insane. And the last thing you want to do is to talk with them. Spare yourself. And there's a reason I'm not with them. I'll tell you right now, if League of Legends was her primary game to play, stay far away. If it was or still is, stay far away. If she likes generic, you know, flavor of the month shonen anime, like My Hero, exclusively, mind you, like that's the only type of anime she watches, My Hero or Cowboy Bebop or Samurai Champloo, stay the fuck away. If she smokes weed nonstop, probably that's a miss. I'm not a weed person, so you know, you gotta take that for what you will. I don't smoke weed. I've never smoked weed, actually. I stopped drinking. I already told you that. I'm done with that. One bad I missed 2 in a row. He's fleeing now, by the way. Goodbye. Stay the fuck away. Unfortunately, when someone says something like that seems like a challenge, I will take it as a challenge. Okay, as a friend, sure. I mean, but as friends, who cares? Right? As anything else, you don't out psycho a psycho, because some of these bitches out here will have no qualms ruining your life. And I'm sure, let me be fair, because my whole friend group is gonna come and run a fucking train on my ass for saying this wrong. Yes, I'm sure that if you date men, it happens in reverse. I can only speak to my experience. Some of these women are psycho, abso-fucking-lutely crazy. And you're better off avoiding. You're literally better off. Because you know what I realize? I just like to chill. I like peace. I absolutely love peace in my life. You find a guy that does nothing but drink when he gets home from work and stays drunk, smokes when you ask him not to, and does recreational drugs, absolutely say no. Honestly, drugs are just a turn-off to me in general. At this point. Every time. I got messaged one time by... What the hell? I hope my right stick isn't messed up. It's probably just a weird angle. I got messaged one time. Some chick was like, oh, you know... I'm not even sure. Again, probably a bot. Probably not even a real person. They're like, oh, well, you know, I don't really like video games, but could you give me $10 for weed? I was like, this is your opening message to someone. You've never spoken to me before. I never even knew you existed before. Could you give me weed, please? Can I get $10 for weed, please? I'm like, dude, that's not what I said in my head, but let me censor. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I didn't even reply. It's not even worth replying. The fuck are you talking about, man? That is like the weirdest strategy ever. I never even said I like drugs. I even said I don't use drugs. So why am I going to give you money to use drugs on the first... I don't know, man. To me, one thing I found that's pretty true... Why is the camera doing that? Hopefully this controller is not fucked up. That would be really... Yeah, dude, is there drift on my right stick? Please, no. I already had to replace one Switch Pro controller. I barely even got to use this one. Is it just because I'm putting the camera in weird positions? I have no idea. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, because that would bother me so badly. I would be really annoyed, because I do not want to buy a new controller. Thank you very much. I only did this to change the time of day anyway. I don't even want to do this for any other reason, so... The one thing I've learned is that, and this is also true because the Bumble thing has definitely become like a major, like just a major recurring thing. Like people always mention it. Women rarely write really good first messages. Now I'm sure most guys just respond with "hey," but the amount of times that I have seen like literal one-word responses that tell me absolutely nothing about you is preposterous. It's actually just kind of depressing. It'll be like, oh well, don't give me one-word responses, but I'm surprised that didn't end combat, knowing this fucking game. But there it is. There's the miss, obviously. Oh, I hate this. Good thing I have a lot of HP and I'm way higher level. This sucks. This sucks, man. Please hit your attack. Please. Hang on. I'm too fucking pissed. It's only 80%. Dude, get the fuck out of here, dude. Fuck! I hate this game, man. 80%, like three out of 5 times I miss. Dude, what? How is this even possible? Fuck it, whatever. I know a game I'm playing. I've been complaining about this since Pokemon Diamond, when they added Stone Edge and all these other moves. Alright, sorry, I'll read it now. My BF and I broke up when I'm sorry, hold on. My BF and I broke up. Oh, my BFI broke up. I can't even read. I'm too pissed at this stupid RNG. I can't even fucking read right now. That's how fucking annoyed I am. I feel was hiding something when I asked him to come down and meet me since dude was telling me he loved me and wanted an eternal bond on... eternal bond on Final Fantasy. He would swim with me, sweet words, and he doesn't even want to come meet me. Yeah, that's especially if they're like reasonably close. It's not like get on an airplane close. Yeah, I get that. That's fucking weird. Absolutely. I used the wrong move. It doesn't matter too much. It's fine. Let me actually reorganize my moves real quick. Yeah, if they're that close and they don't want to meet you, that is, that's something you have to consider in your head, like, alright, so what's the reason you don't want to meet with me, you know? Did you just slide into my DMs just to have someone to talk to? You know, like what's going on with that? That's another thing. If someone is within, like, an hour of public transit, and they don't want to meet with you... Wait, what move am I missing here? Double Edge, hold on. Something's not right. Y'all are dudes, will you treat me like one of them? Absolutely, that's the best way to do it. It might have taken me many years to understand that, but part of it was also just understanding that dating sucks. Who the fuck wants to play video games with a significant other all the time? Not me. Dude, am I getting drift on my controller? Like, I'm more frustrated at that right now. Like, I'm going, like, because that's $70. I hate this. I hate controllers in the modern era. I use controllers for 2 games and they break. It's not like I leave them on the floor, like, fucked up. Hold on, can you... Let's repair. How do I do this? How do you... Okay. Alright. Let's press it, click it a few times. Ooh. Still gonna happen. It's a problem with the controller. It's not a problem with like the stick not being in neutral. I already know. I already know I'm fucked. I think it's best to meet people in real life first and foremost. Yeah, but it's hard to meet people in real life. You know how many times you're just gonna get completely glazed over in real life because you're anything, any number of reasons. Is it gonna leave? Perfect. Alright, who's ready for the... No, it didn't miss. And it tells you they leave the house without being prompted. Yeah, but then you run into the other issue that people in real life just take one look at you and know they don't want you. Like, at all. So that's really what you have to weigh and balance in your head is like, alright, well, if I go out and ask random people, they're gonna take one look at me and be like, yeah, I don't want them. Yeah, no, I don't even want to talk to them. That's the damning part. I don't even want to talk to them. Why is this loser approaching me? Remember, the difference between, wow, he's so sweet, and hello, human resources, is literally just whether or not they find it attractive or not. Do you hear a woman taking men to dinner expecting to pay for the meal? They won't pay half. That's actually pretty common. Yes, I know women that literally want their whole life funded by men, and then they spend 90% of their time online complaining about how awful men are, while expecting men to bail them the fuck out, and then saying that they deserve it. Which we could always have a question of, do they deserve it, right? We could always subjectively talk about that. I just find it ironic that men suck, but you still want a free meal and a free house. It's very interesting. And that's why I say, like, you gotta play defense first, is what I learned. Defense first, and also, like, at the end of all of this, like, what do you really get out of it? Fucking nothing, man. And for men, you just gain another expense. I'm sorry, I'll be the first dude to say this. For men, you just gain another expense and expectations. And maybe, you know, you'll find someone that's nice, sweet, understanding. On some level, you're gaming to just get another expense. So, in my mind, personally, you know, like, what do you gain out of it? Are you gaining, like, if you're not looking for fun times on some level, and, you know, it could be genuine fun times from just bonding with someone, you know, but, like, if you're not looking for fun times, then, like, what are you really gaining from it? You might as well just, like, in my opinion, you just might as well get a friend, personally. Oh, fuck, I didn't know it was gonna turn around, I was half looking. I don't know if you've seen Drakion. I'll get to Ash's comment in a minute. I don't know if you've seen Drakion, but one of the things that was happening, like, I think last year, was the Cheesecake Factory lady who was like, oh, well, I don't want to... How dare you take me to the Cheesecake Factory, when that wasn't his first thing that he wanted to do. He actually had a restaurant, what is it called? Reserved. It's not pre-ordered. Good fucking God. Yeah, that's why I'm not dating anyone, because I refer to reservations as pre-orders. Oh, that's terrible. But yeah, and then this year I saw the one with the girl at Shake Shack. And this dude was like, so you didn't want to go to Shake Shack, but you waited till we sat down, ordered, and then you said, oh, I don't want to go to Shake Shack. What are you, some kind of broke bum? I'm like, so you knew you did you let in here blindfolded? And then sat down and ordered from a restaurant without knowing what the fuck the restaurant was, and then and only then you're like, oh, I don't like Shake Shack. This is too low. This is too low of a caliber restaurant for my quality. You can't take them nowhere, man. They had a whole list on social media of all the places you can't take women. Some of them are valid, all right? Unless you and her agree, shouldn't take her to church. Probably not the W you're looking for, right? Unless you meet her at church or through some religious institution or whatever your religion is, probably shouldn't take her to yours. Just, that's probably like the most general rule of thumb. You couldn't even take him to it's like, what restaurants can we take you to then? That's crazy, bro. That's why I tell dudes, don't bother, man. But they don't listen. I know I'm overweight and my ex didn't care how I looked. I found that genuine. I'm just like, God, I'm probably not going to find another one like that. Meanwhile, holding hope. Yeah, when you're a fat dude, you just learn to live with that increasing depression. Or maybe you don't, and you start to lose weight. It's one or the other. I'm telling you right now, it's the difference between Lizzo and Rick Ross is literally one chromosome. It really is. I've said this to my friends too. I'm like, the difference between Lizzo, which is, oh, you're beautiful and empowered, and Rick Ross is literally, which is put a shirt on, homie. They didn't say homie. Is one chromosome. Really funny, actually. Oh God, it's foggy. Fuck. Well, time to. You know what? I'm gonna use double edge. If it's foggy, I'm not using head smash. That's just asking to miss. Even though we're probably almost done. Being only food places I think are genuinely bad for first date are fast food places, and I'm talking like, yeah, McDonald's, your Burger King, right? Is Arby's a real fast food place? Like, I don't know, because I don't go to Arby's. I've never eaten at Arby's. Oh wow, I even strong styled it and that fucking missed. What are the odds of missing double edge on strong style? Let's look. Let's look so I could get angry. Is it 95? Hold on. What? Oh, I guess it just introduces a... Yeah, because your accuracy can't go higher than that. That is true. Oh, wow, I missed it twice. Hold on. Fog, Pokemon, Arceus. Let's see. I'm gonna get angry in a second here. Don't you worry. Oh, but Head Smash hits. Hang on, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. The accuracy of all moves is modified. No, that's Gen... They just say the accuracy of all moves is decreased. They don't say by how much for Arceus. So in Gen 4 and onward, all moves is modified by a factor of 3 out of 5. So basically like 60%, right? So you're that's actually a lot. Holy shit. Assuming it's similar, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Just checking. I had to check. I had to check because I was gonna get angry. Being picky about food, how dare she? Quite awesome. I mean, yeah, that's the kickback that happened. Is she posted it like she was exposing this dude for underballing her. Most people, surprisingly, the internet was like, "What the fuck?" And you were late to the original thing. And the real truth is that she just didn't want to go out with him. That's the real truth. She just didn't want to go out with him. But she clearly had no other plans, and she was like, well, fuck it. I guess I'll just, I'll stick around. I'll get free food, right? Why wouldn't I, right? That's the real truth. What the truth that she said to the internet was, oh, well, he's underballing me or whatever, it shows a lack of professionalism or whatever, whatever she said. It was all bullshit. I threw it out my head the minute it entered, because at the end of the day, some dude offered to take her to a restaurant. As a dude, no woman is ever offering you to take you anywhere. In the era of so-called equality, you are going to die at home a skeleton long before someone takes you anywhere, unless you have speech 100. So, yeah. I will go anywhere else as long as spicy food isn't the only thing available, and corn on the cob kernels aren't. Alright, that second one must be a specific southern thing. But yeah, I could agree to that. No, I don't like spicy foods, personally. That's not for me either. I hate spicy food, usually. That's why my friends get mad at me when I say that I order my halal with white sauce and barbecue. They're like, you heathen. And I'm like, yeah, actually. There was also that thing going around for a bit where a girl would take her friend with them on the first day and try to make the guy pay for both of them as a test. Yeah, and then it's like, so y'all ate, y'all sat around, and then it's like, oh, okay, but now you're going to pay for me, my friend, my baby daddy's kids, and my friend's baby daddy's kids. Yeah, that was definitely quite a fucking thing. I've seen it. This dude, it was at some chick's birthday. It's always some hood shit, by the way. It's not exclusive to hood girls, but it's a hood girl thing. And by hood, I'm not even saying black. I'm saying Hispanic girls do this too, probably. It's like, oh, well, how are you not, you supposed to love me. How are you not going to pay for me, my mom, my sister, my cousin, my daughter with my baby daddy, my other daughter with my other baby daddy, my third daughter with the first baby daddy, and 5 of my friends. And I'm like, hold on, bro, at what point did you not realize the conga line of people coming in was also a part of your party? Isn't it like everyone in the restaurant stood up and was like, yeah, we're with her. Crazy. There's a story where a girl on a first date ate like 5 or 6 plates of oysters. And then dude, it's like, in the real honesty, is that you are just financing some chick's meal plan. You are absolutely have to be careful of just being the financier of some chick's meal plan, because you're not even guaranteed anything, right? I'm not saying that you should go into everything expecting a transaction, but everything is a transaction, right? Every part of I hate to use the word relationship, because that word is actually broad the way I'm trying to use it. Every interaction that you have with someone is some form of transaction. It is transactional. You being on this stream is transacting your life, and I give you content instead, and maybe really bad takes. That's a transaction, if you want to look very, very broadly. But, like, this guy is not trying to be Mother Teresa over here by feeding some thought and her whole family for 5 hours. Like, come on. It's taking advantage of an unwritten social contract. I mean, I'm gonna be fair, they think it's funny, so why would you? Personally, and then they wonder why the internet is like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that blows their mind, that, like, people don't immediately side with them. You know Cheesecake Girl was surprised when she posted that TikTok or IG or whatever, and was like, oh, what the fuck? People aren't siding with me? Hold on, I gotta get control of it. That poor dude was already long gone. He was like, man, this is my 5th date this week that stood me up and did this shit, man. Why am I doing this? You know? And the answer is, why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself, men? Really, ask yourself that. It's not even like some wag me kings or stuff. Like, just, why would you? To me, that's tiring, bro. Like, damn, I'd rather genuinely just sit at home and just play games. It's a lot simpler. My life is a lot simpler now that I fucking ignore women. It's so much nicer. Think about all the playthroughs I made over the last few years, and other than me being lazy, because I'm just really slow to finish moving stuff around my room, think about how much progress I've made instead of doing any of that. It's so nice. And all the dudes in here know, y'all already know what I'm talking about. Ash probably knows too, but all the dudes know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Unless any of y'all are secretly trust fund babies. In which case, please donate to the stream. Beautiful. But yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know that this must be like a 40% chance to hit, probably. Oh my god, and now it faded. Look, now the weather got better as soon as I selected my move. Oh, get the fuck out of here, dude. And I'm still gonna miss. Okay. Swap. That's because they were being very discriminating. Was that part of the story? I don't really remember. I just remember that she expected this dude to pay for like 50, 60, 70% of their shit. Or I'm sorry, like not percent. He expected to pay for like 6 people. And he's like, it was supposed to be your birthday. It's your birthday. I'll pay for you. Not you. So wild. I wonder why they're not getting married in their 30s and 40s. Hey, that's a them problem. That's literally a them problem. That's not a me problem. That's the thing. Why is this thing so low to the ground? Is it always this low? Is it? It's really low to the ground. I've never seen it be that low. That's a them problem though, Drakian. Honestly, that's why I don't like swipe app culture. Swipe app culture shit. But people really want it. I don't know. I don't get it. It also makes people very disposable. I also don't like that either. Like, I don't feel like you genuinely get to meet people anymore. So I think that's the #1 problem, is it makes people feel very disposable, especially if they know they could just swipe and find something or find someone in literally half a second, or if they could just post somewhere and find someone in half a second. It doesn't really help out that much. I'm also the opinion the internet has polluted the view of dating culture. It's not as bad as it appears to be. That's possible, but I could tell you right now, living in New York City, it's actually probably worse on the spectrum. I think a lot of the good people aren't even out there, so like they're not even out in general. So I think that's also part of it. But I can tell you right now, New York City has been a fucking shit show, much like my accuracy on this game. Excellent. That's why I'm getting this move out the way. We only have to use it 11 more times. Fuck me. Thankfully, combies don't leave at night. I had a girl one time ask me, oh, what's your IG? And I was like, IG? I'm like, I'm not talking to you on Instagram. And she's like, oh, you know, just so I could see what you're up to. And so I'm like, bro, this is not it's not my life LinkedIn. That's why I refer to Instagram as. It's just LinkedIn for life now. Like, what do you do? Do you broadcast everything about your life on Instagram? No. I do it on YouTube. But moreover, I don't tell people I do YouTube. It keeps the conversations much easier. She really asked me that. I'm like, I don't use Instagram. And she did my favorite exit from a conversation. Oh. That's it. That was the last message. I didn't even want to respond either. Anyway, I was like, all right, fuck it. If the most important thing to you right off the bat is, hey, do you use Instagram and broadcast everything about your life on Instagram? Of course I'm going to be like, oh, I don't care. That's not going to... What the fuck? Yeah, like, I agree, Devin. The same thing for me. Like, I don't... There's tons of stuff I do in my life that I do not put on YouTube intentionally. Whether it's personal struggles or just things that aren't relevant to it. You know, like, I don't have to sit here all day. That's a certain type of streamer. That's not me. I don't want to sit here and broadcast everything because, you know, some things are not relevant. Some things are, you know, I gotta have a little bit of a border between streaming and my personal life, right? Sometimes it's okay, you know, sometimes I filter things a little bit better or worse, but, you know. I was blown away. I'm like, bro, this shit is just like applying for a job now. They really want you to, like, apply for a job, basically, doing this shit. Just for the chance they might give you attention, bro. You're not even guaranteed. You're not even guaranteed to have her come back for a second convo. Forget anything more than that. You know, that's very judgmental. But that's why I say it's very commoditized. It's very transactional. And if you like that, then great. And if you don't like that, then, I mean, sucks to suck, don't it? I do have a Discord. I have some real-life friends I talk on there from time to time. Yeah, that's primarily how I talk to most of my friends. But that's it. Like, you go into a couple Discords you like, you know, whether it's a game that they're, you know, like, I was in that Time Splitters Rewind group and some other VR group, or not VR groups and stuff. But, you know, like, that's really it. Like, do you really want to sit around and be judged? What you have to realize is that if you don't have... You have to have something that someone's looking for. If you don't have something that they're looking for, you're cooked. You're finished. Oh my god! No! Rampardos! No! Anyway. You have to have something that someone else is looking for. If you don't have something that they're looking for, I mean, then that kind of sends you into a little bit of a pickle, doesn't it? Because they might have something that you're looking for. Dude, I think I have drift on this fucking stick, seriously. Oh my god. Well, it's gonna be there for the next month or two. And I can't buy another one, so that's great. What is it? Is it... No, it's not shaking the controller. No, it's not when I move the controller. That's really weird. I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's fucking stupid. I have the worst luck with controllers in the modern era, seriously. Yeah, there it is. That's not normal. No. Dude, what the fuck? I can't tell if the game is just in weird camera angles and I'm fucking it up or what. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't fucking know. That's too much. Oh, boy. Love it. I wonder if I could send it back and get it repaired. She does she got friend zone man in the background waiting for her. Yeah, that's the other thing. You also might just be the backup dude. You might be the backup plan in general. I could tell you right now, even people in my own family or in my own friend groups, I could tell you right now, a lot of times the women that they're with that they love very much and they do anything for, they are 100% just the meal plan. They are 100% the backup plan. And it sucks, you know, but you don't want to tell them that because they'll get mad at you. But, like, you don't want to tell them that and, like, you know, poke a fucking hole in their, you know, in their doubt. That's fucked a little bit. But at the same time, like, you know, if he's happy, then I'm just let him be. Especially when some of them have been together for, like, 20, 30, 40 years. Like, I don't know, man. I think boomers are just really in their own fucking world with some of this stuff. So it's very hard to try to even tell them anything. Whether you like it or not. So... I haven't seen Poison in forever. I was like, what the fuck is this? That's because Poison in this game doesn't really do anything. I might faint after this, though, which is fine. We'll just go sleep. Poison? No. Alright. If a battle ends, you don't get poison damage in this game. That rule has been changed a lot in Pokemon. Okay. Always since bad guy leaves his wife for a younger woman. Younger woman leaves him or steals his money in divorce. He ends up alone. Woman cheats on a guy, gets cheated on with the guy she cheated with, ends up alone. But I mean, after a certain point, people do it to themselves, bro. So I don't know. People are gonna do what they want to do, when they want to do it, with who they want to do it. I'm gonna have to learn to live with this stick drift. That's great. Thanks. That's probably the most depressing thing to happen in a while. Let's get the strong styles out the way. And then for Ironhead, we can go to Cobalt. I'm sorry, Alabaster. Excuse me. Well, the bottom line is that it's grass is always greener syndrome. Like, you're always gonna... The grass is always greener on the other side. So you're never gonna feel satisfied because you're always gonna feel like you're missing out on something. So, I mean, how do you explain to someone that, hey, you're not really missing out on much, you know, you're overthinking it? You really can't. And that, like, you just have to accept that a little bit. Just like I accepted a lot of things about people that I thought were, you know, smarter than that, but it is what it is. Eventually, you kind of just learn the limitations of certain people because, you know, everyone has limitations. And some people are just really simplistic about it. The only thing I say is just don't be a meal plan. You know, don't break your word to someone, but don't be a meal plan. I think that's like a pretty fair and reason. Hello? I think it's glitched. That's like a pretty fair and reasonable thing to say. Because you all know money is money, right? I have the wrong move. I have it on a different order on this Pokemon. It doesn't matter, but whatever. Alright. Let's get Double Edge out the way. I guess, to be fair, we could just go to Alabaster. Oh, I didn't strong style it. It's always one thing. I either strong style the wrong move or I don't strong style the correct move. Because what I'm thinking is that we just go fight ice types. And they're higher level, so we'll get more experience. We always want more. We're never happy. We always see someone else living a better life. Yeah, and you never settle for what you have. So. But that's everyone, so that's not even exclusive. You also try to tell someone not to just be used by someone as like a live-in maid and shit. But that advice was not heeded. Not even in the slightest. So you just kind of accept it. I mean, people got to do what they feel like they have to do. Whether or not that's what they actually should do is completely subjective. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, well, I mean, I don't know. It's not my situation. So there's not really much you can say. Because, you know, people only will let you know as much as they want you to know. Let me change that around, by the way, because I have the wrong order of moves. That's what I told one of my friends. Or that's what I was talking about with my friends recently. I was like, I am done giving advice to people. Because half the time it goes unheeded. And the other half of the time, they get mad at me when I do. So I just simply stop giving advice, and I just wish people the best. Because after a certain point, if someone wants to, you know, get free lodge and house by exchanging favors with the house owner, like, I mean, then that's kind of just out of the scope of anything I could do anyway, so. I've seen that happen so many times, and I have never seen it work out, not long term. Because if the only thing you offer is physical and not mental or, you know, unfortunately financial, there's not really much that you can really contribute. You know, you just kind of exist. But also, you have to recognize that things are different for guys than they are for girls, so. I had a really good suspicion I was not going to get KO'd to that. Nothing so common as the wish to be remarkable. Yeah, I never understood that. Why would you want to be super popular? The irony of that saying that on a YouTube channel, but, you know, that's why, like, I don't really stress getting a lot of subs. And the reason why is because I don't... One, I'm lazy. And two, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to... I like doing what I want to do as often as I do it. And I don't know. I just don't want to trend chase. So, I don't know why people want to be super famous. It feels like a lot more work and a lot more eyes on you. And a lot more people that hate you for any fucking reason under the sun. Any reason. You could do really good things and people will fucking hate you for it. And it's like, well, what did you do that was any good for anyone? Nothing, but, you know, they just don't like you for it. So... Yeah. Well, even if they're not like-minded, you know, not to specifically hone that point in, you know, even if they're not like-minded, it's just, you know, I like the smaller days of YouTube. I'm much more of a view decentralist, which is a term I just made up. I like that era of YouTube where it was just random dudes. 10,000 subs was like a huge amount, and then they would just come on and they would act like before the commentary community sort of did it. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Well, you know, just some random dude in his bedroom talking about fucking Hitman Blood Money or something, you know? That was such a good era of YouTube. It's never going to be replicated. Ever. It will never be replicated. It will never return. Absolutely not. That was a really cool era because it had to be genuine. Why the fuck else would you do any of it? It had to be from the heart. That's why it's so iconic to me. But yeah, you're not wrong. Ooh. I like how it's such a heavy hit, it blows them out of frame. Alright, after today's Arceus, maybe we'll put it on a little bit of a break. Just so we could do extra stuff for the next few weeks. So maybe we'll swap around a couple of things. You ever hear of the book Blood Meridian? No, I have not. Okay. Is there any reason to fight these things over here? No, you definitely don't want to fight Chansey. Chansey has low defense, but a high HP pool. It is, like, the natural counter to double-edged strats. Because you will defeat it in one hit, but then you will take all of its... Or, it's not all of its HP, but it's a good chunk of it back as recoil. And that's just that's a knockout. You're not going to survive that. It's a really messed up book, like on the level of I Have No Mouth. Oh, fuck, I Have No Mouth is such a great short story. Is it a short story or a book? I can't remember. Ugh. It's a full book? Damn. Okay, cool. Yeah, my memory is a little bit frayed for older stuff like that. Oh, we're already done with strong style. Okay, I don't have to do that anymore. I'll buy max potions. That's the next thing I'm gonna buy. In fact, I think that if we go up to Alabaster, most Pokemon don't run from us anyway. So that'll probably just be a better place to farm out these last couple. I was seeing some videos on it last night. It was just genuinely unsettling. Is like, do they have, like, you know how they have, like, movies that are just, like, straight gore fests and, like, torture movies? Do they have that for books? Or is that just, like, a genre that flourished because of... Fuck, I knew I was going to use the wrong word. I wasn't even thinking. Is that a genre that flourished just because of film? In fact, let's leave now, because there's no reason to stay here. We're not gaining anything. Let's actually go get these, I guess. We'll go get the bags and stuff. I should still do that, because that will eventually allow me to buy something, so let me just do this instead. Admittedly, I haven't read as much as I should have of late, so you'll have to forgive me. Oh, hi. Alright, that's fine. I like how it deals some amount of, I guess, knockdown damage. I don't know if there's a better way to describe that. And then it just doesn't knock you down. Unless you're really close. Even when you're flying. I think I've been knocked out of the air because I flew right next to an alpha one time. That was moderately terrifying. Is she over here? Yes. We should fight her. We absolutely should. Her soft issue trying to corrupt a gang of people to be more evil than they already were. That's kind of sounds like Clockwork Orange a little bit. And Clockwork Orange is a really good movie. I like that. I like that movie a lot. Fuck. What do I do with this thing? Ice Shard. My first thought is that it's rock, but rock does not resist ice. I always forget that. What is it, Gengar? How is this supposed to be Bertha's ancestor? Why did they give her a Gengar? It's not even like there's Megas in this game or something, which would be like, oh, okay, they have, you know, there's Mega Evolution, but that would make this game fun, so we wouldn't do that, of course. Bertha and Agatha. Oh! That's what it is. Oh, shit. Yo, have a good one, Devin. Thank you for stopping by. Great talk. Great talk. You too. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you... Well, if nothing else, I'll see you on Wednesday for... not Elden Ring, the other one. Fallout. I see it now. In you. Yeah, that's the Ultima quote. Of course I remember the Ultima quote. You actually kill her on that quote now, if you have a good group with DPS. You can't kill her in that phase where it's in the darkness and you're running to go stand under her where it's light so you could hit her. You could actually kill her. I've gotten her to 0.1%, even before Dawn Trail. I've gotten her to 0.1% and then killed her as soon as she exited that phase. Like, I don't even go up to hit her. I just let some DPS do it. Don't read that book unless you're looking to be disturbed. Well, that's the thing, Devin. I'm already disturbed. I'm already unhinged. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh, no. I can't believe it. Are Bertha and Agatha even near the same age? So that definitely means that their family is not very connected. Because Bertha or someone would have at least said, my half-sister or my distant cousin Agatha. See, that's why I like some of the plot lines in Pokemon. It's just never... I guess they must be very distantly related then. Very distantly. Like, I had one kid over here and then one kid over there and they never saw each other and then they just happen to have the same shared lineage. Yeah, they're both old ladies, but they never mention, like, any relation to each other to my knowledge. Does Bertha have a Rhyperior? What is Bertha's team in Pokemon? Does she have a... She's a ground type. Relatives, Roland. Cousin's son. Anime only. I guess it's implied. It's not directly stated. What is her team in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond? Okay, what's her rematch team? Yeah, she does gain a Rhyperior on her rematch. And then afterwards she has... Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I thought Hippowdon was like her favorite or famous like ace Pokemon. Was it always her kind of... Yeah, it is in her first fight. In her second fight, is it her highest level? No, that goes to Rhyperior. And Rhyperior then goes up to level 81, which is ridiculous. Let's see. Oh, shit, yeah, here we go. As noted by Chantal of the Unova Elite Four, I don't even know who that is because I didn't play Black 2, White 2 that far, in the form of a quote from her novel during the player's post-National Pokedex Challenge, Bertha and Agatha are very similar in appearance and name, both in English and Japanese. Furthermore, they are both part of the region's Elite Four, and their Japanese names both contain, I'm assuming this is kanji, or it's either kanji or katakana, I don't know the difference, my apologies, for Kiku, which is chrysanthemum. This is further corroborated by Charm of the Misfortune Sisters, who herself bears a resemblance to both of them and whose team is composed of Rhydon, from the same evolutionary line of Bertha's ace in Pokemon Platinum, and Gengar, Agatha's main Pokemon in essentially every canon. Oh my god! I can't believe this. I can't believe it's a relation to Agatha. It's like a fucking joke they started in Black 2, White 2. That's so cool. That is so dope, and they're never gonna fucking funnel anything into this. It's a one-off joke. We're never gonna... If we ever see any of these old Pokemon characters again, I will genuinely be surprised. I would be stupefied if we genuinely see any of these Pokemon characters again. Because isn't it like Agatha dies or something? Or they, I don't know, they imply that she leaves her Elite Four position because it gets taken up by Koga and Bruno gets moved up a spot. Something like that. Bertha, I mean, but again, canon in Pokemon, I'll be real with you, as interesting as it is, I'm sure these characters are around, you know, technically like 20 or some years have happened in the course of Pokemon events. I don't know. She retired? Okay, that's fair. It's just they never mention her again. But I think a lot of it is because, like, they added in the... Oh, shit, hold on. They added in the Sevii Islands plotline, and I thought it was cool that it tied directly into Lorelei. I thought that was dope. And then they just never did anything with it again. How many Nurse Joys are there? I honestly think Nurse Joys are not like sisters. I think in the anime that they implied that they are. In my opinion, I think it's just an outfit that they wear at Pokemon centers. I don't think you're supposed to look too deeply into it. I don't even know. Do they even use Nurse Joys anymore in Pokemon? I can't even remember. In the Hoenn region, their Nurse Joys look completely different. I don't even know if they're called Nurse Joys. And I didn't watch enough. I didn't watch far enough in the anime to know. I didn't watch far enough in the anime, basically, to know if they are or are not supposed to be Nurse Joys. Maybe they just ignore the fact that they look different. I have no idea. Damn, this makes me want to play BDSP, man. Which is like the worst thing to possibly do, because BDSP is trash. It's so bad. I have bitched about it too much, so I'm not going to bother. But it makes me very sad that game could have... That game could have changed my life, man. It kind of did in a way, because it's the only reason I'm playing any modern Pokemon games. Agatha didn't die. Alright, that's good. See, what I would like is for them to bring back the Pokemon World Tournament. You know? Like, I think that's such a crazy good idea that they will not do. You're welcome, King. King, you... Hey, King, you dropped this. Oh, okay. Thanks. Same thing with Officer Jenny. I'm sad that never came back. Like, they'll design full-on Pokemon games and not bring back some of these, like, iconic Pokemon characters. To be fair, I think a lot of these characters are amplified by the anime. I don't think that you're supposed to take it as seriously. Imagine, yo, is there someone out there on the internet writing like a full-on Pokemon fan fiction? Like going through every game? Could you imagine how epic that would be? That would be like the Game of Thrones of fan fiction. 9 regions of bullshit having to tie together all the plot lines and stuff. I gotta respect that. I can respect that. What did we catch? Oh, Growlithe. I need to also sell these gold nuggets, because that's the primary way to make money. Yeah, we're getting there. We only have 15 more usages, and then Ironhead is 20. That's not bad. Shieldon is not bad. That's Ancient Power a bunch. We might not get through Bastiodon. We could spam Iron Defense. We'll see. No promises. All right, Ash, I want you to write every single game. Every game. In her initial Pokemon Platinum team, Bertha uses a level 55 Rhyperior that knows Rock Wrecker. This is impossible as Rhyperior learns this move at 61 and never by breeding. Oh shit, she's cheating. She's cheating. She's cheating, she's cheating, she's cheating. That's so funny. Similar to the other Sinnoh Elite Four and BDSP, when the player becomes champion, but before Stark Mountain, her team switches to her Platinum team. What is Rock Wrecker? I've never seen this move. It's the signature move of Rhyperior. It inflicts damage and then forces the user to recharge. Unless this move misses, the user will always have to recharge. Pokemon with Bulletproof or immune to Rock Wrecker. Yeah, it's not until Gen 6 that Rhyperior learns it at level 1, but then they move it to 75 in Gen 7 and 9. Why the fuck? Dweeble and Crustle can also learn it, but I've never really fought against those either. Rock Wrecker is tied with Head Smash for the highest base power of all Rock-type moves. Continental Crush is based on either of them as the highest base power of all Rock-type moves. What is it, 200? 150 with a 90% accuracy. Well, you know I'm missing that 10% religiously, right? Abso-fucking-lutely. I could use Steelhead on you. I had a realistic take, so it's not just point A to point B in one day. Oh my god, what an undertaking. Seriously. Could you imagine having to sit down and write that? You know what? Here you go. You've earned it. Actually, wait. How many pages is it? How far are you into this? That's an alpha. I'm not fighting that. I don't feel like sticky glomping it. I was really hoping for ice types. I guess I have to go over here. Hi. Alright, stop turning with me. Stop turning with me. Stop turning with me. Stop, 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 stop! I've been writing... Oh, shit! For 5 years? I didn't need a strong style. Yes, I did fix up my my sound deck. I just have to add some of the new sounds I've had on it. I have to reorganize. I have to organize so much shit on my computer, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be one hell of a fucking thing trying to organize everything. But yeah, there was no drift on this yesterday when I played Pikmin. I'm very worried about that. Of course. Of course I am. It's a lot of money. That takes skill. That takes effort. I can appreciate that. Pokemon was made for it. That's why someday when I'm done with One Piece, or rather when I'm caught up, I'm going to go rewatch Pokemon again. Ash's Journey, of course. Apparently, if you want to watch Ash's Journey, yes, I used to think it was Ash. If you want to watch Ash's Journey from, like, start to finish or something, you have to have, like, 3 different subscriptions. It's actually a fuck ton. There's no one place that just has all 1,000 episodes of the Pokemon anime, which is really depressing when you consider how iconic it was. I looked at some infograph. It was like, oh, Hulu has like the original seasons, and Netflix has like seasons 10 or like all the different regions. You know, it's just all over the place. So if you want to watch it, good luck. Like at that point, you're just better off sailing the 7 seas. Yeah, Bergmites don't run. Fuck. Okay, thank you. Maybe we'll put this on break next week. Maybe. It depends. I might be a little burnt out, admittedly. Yeah, would you believe how super fun this would be if abilities were in this game? I don't know why the first thing to go in any Pokemon game is abilities. That is like such an unnecessary excision from Pokemon gameplay. Abilities literally made Pokemon 20 times better. Because then you had to plan around it. I'm gonna be real though. I don't care if they end up with 2,000 Pokemon. Put them all in the game, bro. That to me is whatever. If you want to have people get the charm after like 800 Pokemon, sure, whatever. But like, you know, it couldn't be that hard to code in some bonus areas or something, you know? I don't know, man. Like, to me, that's like such a non-issue. I feel like that would be just straightforward. Throw in like some legacy plot lines. I don't know, man. They have so much potential with this franchise. It's just a shame that they use none of it routinely. Alright, it's gonna be double-edged. Of course, who's messaging me on Discord? What the fuck? I'll deal with that later. Okay. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Would be better. Oh shit, dude! I barely even saw her up there. She's not even camouflaged. She just looks like a ghost in the fucking distance. Oh, that's so crazy, man. Why is Candace like? I cannot believe Agatha and Bertha are related, and I just found that out today. That's so crazy, and they're never gonna reference that ever. I don't even care if these people just never seem to age. Honestly, I'd be fine if they showed up in whatever the latest game is. In fact, I actually think Pokemon would be better if it went back to its roots a little bit. Like, I wouldn't care, actually. I think that would be really awesome, to be honest with you. I don't care. Like, this weird timeline that they're working with in Pokemon is just trash. I'm sorry. I much prefer Pokemon when they don't try to shoehorn in a weird timeline. I actually prefer that. Like, yeah, it was cool when Gen 1 is a direct sequel to Gen 2, and Gen 4 is happening at the same time. After Gen 4... honestly, the timeline is just so fucky, I just don't really care. It was cool when Red and Blue show up in Alola. I thought that was like a really interesting change. Okay. I'll play probably Ultra Sun in a little bit. I really want to replay Heart Gold with like all the DLC and all the events enabled. That was really fun. I shit you not, that silver plotline is so good. Sad part is it never really went anywhere. I was like, oh shit, dude, imagine what Gen 5 could do. I was really feeling it. I was like, oh my god. Imagine what Gen 5 could do. Referencing Silver as Giovanni's son. I was like, damn, this is lit. And then Gen 5 is all new characters, and they just completely got rid of all of it. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And then they never brought it back up. And then the stories just became really bland. I don't know. I wasn't vibing with Gen 5's story. I know that people always bring up Gen 5 as like this real pinnacle of storytelling because N is a literal abuse victim. And N is cool. I don't know. I just wasn't really vibing with it that much. And I didn't ever finish White 2, so. I was just turned off immediately by the region being a ring. That to me was like, okay, well, the region is now just a ring. I don't know. I kind of wish Pokemon would go back to being route based. I get the appeal of like, wait a minute. What the fuck? I get the appeal of it. It's just, I don't know. I think it's because a lot of other games are open world at the moment. And open world isn't inherently a bad thing. Two more times. Open world isn't inherently a bad thing. I just feel like it's a very easy pitfall to fall into when you're making a game. And you're like, you know, what's the next thing that I could do to make my game really stand out? I know, let's have it so the player can go anywhere, do anything. And, like, it works for some games, like Tears of the Kingdom. I think Pokemon, you could have big routes. But then the argument would be, well, should we prevent players from flying out of those routes, right? I don't know what the answer to that is. Because I should say yes. I don't know. See, I don't know. Because like, I feel like Paldea is just very small. Paldea is definitely not the biggest open world. But also, big isn't always better. It's just the game just sucks on so many other levels, I think. I think that's really the real problem I have with Paldea. And Violet as a whole. Although apparently they're having a Pokemon Outbreak event for the summer. So maybe I should do some of that, because they have Bagon as a shiny that you could get. And that would just save me a lot of time, rather than just setting up shiny hunting in Shining Pearl. And also, maybe I'll just waste some time doing that, I don't know. But there's a reason why I prefer to play this game. I need to play Violet, because I need to make money. Because every time I go on to raid, it's like, oh, well, I only have enough money to try one or two things. So realistically, I should play Violet, like, roughly every day. But I just don't like it enough. So it's like, it's torture to me. It's not, okay, it's not torture. It's that most other things I could do with my time, I would rather do. So, like, if I'm, like, Dawn Trail just came out, for example. Should I sit around and run around on Pokemon for an hour to get, you know, to pick up rare bones to sell for like 140,000 a day? Or would I rather play Dawn Trail and level up like Sage, for example? I just hit 100 on Warrior, you know, now I'm leveling up Sage. After Sage, I'll do White Mage. After White Mage, I'll do Summoner. I'm sorry, not Summoner. I'll do Scholar, which will level up Summoner at the same time. You know what I mean? Like at that point, you know, what's worth it more? Should I level up in a game I care about and have fun on, or should I go play a game I actively hate and complain about, like, every time I boot it? Damn, you're fast. Yeah, Stantler's one of the Pokemon that may or may not flee. Oh, this is really good. 2 usages. Very nice. I just hope ZA doesn't feel obligated to be stuck inside this city. Obviously, we know next to nothing about the game. I haven't even really followed it since they announced it. So I'll have an open mind about it, given that this is like one of my most played Pokemon games. But I am going to be very, very, very critical of it. And we better get Az's Floette. In the same way they finally put the Azure Flute in this game and in BDSP. Yeah. Absolutely. Because I remember reading about the Azure Flute back in the day, and I was like, why the hell didn't they just put it in the game if it's done? They just never had a distribution event. I'm like, if nothing else, why not just distribute it over the internet? It's like, oh, well, you have to go to Toys R Us or whatever. You have to go to this other company, and then, you know, that's our tie-in or whatever. And it's like, but dude, but why? Like, what I ended up doing is I would just go to these GameStops and I would go to these Toys R Us's, walk in for 5 minutes, download the event, and just leave. I wouldn't buy anything. It wouldn't encourage me to do anything. But I mean, I guess that's the fair point, right? It's like, if you had to buy something, right, then it would technically be like monetized DLC just to give them a little bit more profit. So, you know, that's why I feel like it's an unnecessary step to just not distribute it online. Because it's like, I'm not going there to talk with people about it. I'm going there for 5 minutes. I'm going to swap my games in and out. I'm going to get my things, and I'm going to leave. I always tell that story about the time I went into GameStop, and they were like, oh, no, you can only have 1 or 2. And I was like, okay. So I just walked around the fucking corner. I just walked around the corner and just got my remaining couple of Entei or whatever. Come back at a different time when someone else is on the shift. And just get my own, get whatever I want. But I didn't have to do that. That was only one time they ever stopped me from doing that. And I was like, okay, why wouldn't I do this? I don't really care if I faint. That's why I'm doing this. Oh, shit. Well, now I gotta swap. Because I have to either heal or something. Actually, let's heal. What? I'm curious. What's the worst thing that Swine... Wait, which Pokemon do I have? 58. What's the worst thing Swinub can do to me? Man, about to literally fuck around and find out, by the way. Wow. I would never get luck like this when it actually mattered. That's it. That actually took out everything else we need to do. Alright, so now we just use Ancient Power with Shieldon. Oh, fuck, I evolved my Shieldon. Okay, well, I guess we're using some candies. And then we could also just do this. What is it? Stealth Rock, Earth Power. Well, I know where we could use Earth Power and Stealth Rock. That would be pretty easy. So let's actually leave. Oh, no, let's grab the packages first. Then when I land, I guess I'll save. And we haven't been to Coronet in like a couple streams, but that's just because there's nothing really to grab in Coronet for the most part. As much as I might like to go to Coronet, there's not really much to grab in it, unfortunately. Ah, he got me. Okay. Is that it? I'm not missing any? No, there's one down here. Oops, I actually did not see that. And this guy's supposed to be related to that one Ice-type gym leader. I forget his name. Probably in Gen 5 if I can't remember him. I kind of like the multiverse theory a little bit, but I kind of feel bad that Kahuna Hala is no longer part of the Elite Four in Alola in USUM. I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's like all the big kahunas, literally. Not to make a Pulp Fiction reference indirectly, but... You know, someone used to play Pulp Fiction sound clips in the Counter-Strike servers I used to play on. Damn, that is like unlocking an ancient memory, isn't it? Holy shit. That's crazy that I just remembered that after like 10 years. Wow, that is disturbing that that was locked away in there for so long. You high level? Okay, perfect, we're good. And we have enough to carry 2. Okay, and then the other one. Alright. Fuck me. Okay, let's open these as well. I believe it's the Kalos. Oh, it's from Kalos? I haven't played X. I never played X, and I haven't played Y since I was new. So I don't even remember any of that. I don't even think you can rematch gym leaders in that. That's the thing. Like, I wish they had more of those quality of life things, man. Like, I don't even remember some of these people at this point. Damn. Okay, well, I was completely wrong on that one, then. Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember him having, like, the close pop-up that Gen 6 did. For, like, notable trainers, they would have them, like, pop up on the screen. Like, with detailed art. Now that you mention that, I do remember that a little bit. I am on the wrong account. I need to give this account editing access to, like, every fucking thing I do, honestly. I'm gonna have to reboot my computer as well. Fantastic. Love it. Love it. Love it. Probably do that tonight, then. Alright. We're not gonna stick here. Oh, no. Wait, no. I guess I was gonna go back to Cobalt, but fuck it, I guess. It's whatever. Yeah, I haven't played any of those games in ages, so... Like, if you want to know most of the Pokemon gameplay I've been making, I've been doing for the last several years, it's pretty much almost all exclusively on this channel. The sole exception is how much I used to play, BDSP. I did a lot of BDSP stuff kind of off stream, just because I was personally enjoying it, you know? Like, once I beat the story and everything, I was having a lot of fun actually reliving that. It's just that once you beat it, just fucking stop playing it, you know? You begin, like, the cracks show as soon as you beat the main story. I would argue the cracks are showing even before that, but whatever. Eevee. But you're not shiny, so you don't count. I want to roll that 1 in 500, damn it. Okay. Jesus. Oh, I didn't level these things up at all. Whatever. Shouldn't matter. You hope it doesn't matter until you get steamrolled. And that's why, dude, this thing is level 16 and it's moving before me. I want you to really think about that for a minute. And so you might wonder, why do you buff all the Pokemon that you use, even when you're only going to use them for 5 minutes? That right there is why. Because if you move first, you don't take damage. As long as you don't miss. Yeah, if I were to do a second playthrough of this game, I would probably pick Samurott. I'm actually very curious, like, how much easier the game is when you have a priority move, a priority stab move using Pokemon that has a lot of different... Like, I just think Ceaseless Edge is going to be better than Infernal Parade, right? There's a lot of things I think that are just going more for Samurott than they are for our buddy over here, Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil, of course, getting the complete shaft in every combat encounter with almost no benefits because it's not like there's a lot of psychic types in this game. So that's just me personally. I wonder, like, Rowlet's probably decent, and also Cyndaquil's moves aren't very great because they give it a bunch of physical moves, and Cyndaquil is a special attacker. So, like, there's a huge move mismatch. Whereas I've seen the moves on Samurott and Decidueye. Decidueye obviously has a 4x weakness. Is that a shiny? Or is it just, like, really bright? No, it's just really bright. Okay. Decidueye has a 4x weakness, and Samurott has a common weakness to fighting. But it also learns Aerial Ace, and it's also just got a stab move regardless. The only thing that they gave Typhlosion is apparently it's technically a little faster, but... like, that's why speed, a little bit of speed, does not make such a huge difference for Typhlosion. Because it just doesn't have the toolkit to really dismantle a lot of Pokemon. So if you're wondering why my starter Pokemon went away in this game and never came back, one, it's for party space, right? But also, two, it's just because unlike every other Pokemon game I think I have ever played ever in the history of my life, your starter Pokemon, Cyndaquil, is pretty trash in this game. And I say that with the heaviest heart. I say that damn near with tears in my eyes, streaming down my face. But Cyndaquil is genuinely trash in this game. It does not prevent you from beating the game, but Cyndaquil is trash. I know. It hurts me too. It sucks. I do not want to be the dude that has to, you know, you look him in the eye and you're like, yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it? I'm not happy about it. Glitched? Yeah, look at him, he's glitched. I really wish they would have a mod or a change for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where they would add in, like, more content. Man, I want to remove HM slaves. HMs are cool, but they're not cool, like, as moves that have to take up space, you know? Because that means you can never go into an area and actually fight at full potential. Because at least someone on your team has to know a bunch of moves that just aren't going to be useful. So, like, I think about how cool it would be to get to the top of Mount Silver and have 6 Pokemon that are actually able to battle. And you don't have, like, 3 or 4 Pokemon. Not 3 or 4, like 1 or 2 Pokemon that are just not battling Pokemon at all. They're just HM slaves. Like, that literally is where the term comes from, because it's necessary to beat the game with HMs. Surf is one thing. Surf is, like, the rare HM move that's really good. And Waterfall is also good in the games it's in. But that's, like, it. Every other HM move sucks. Like, Rock Smash is weak. They buffed it, and it's still a weak move. Flash literally does nothing, which is why Flash was one of the first HMs to just disappear. Cut could be good if they changed it up. I think the real problem is just you can't unlearn them when you want to. So, like, in Gen 2, you have to go to the move deleter, but there's no move relearner until Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That's actually something they only added. In Gen 1, there is no move relearner. You have to play Stadium, which is a whole other can of worms, and even they realize that that's kind of obnoxious, so they changed that. Perfect. I think the way they do it now, even though back in the day I would have been kind of like, that's lame. Oh, of course they're making the games easier. You know, that's something after Wind Waker I really had to ask myself. I was like, damn, did they really make it easier, or did they just remove a massive annoyance of having to constantly change the wind? Like, even if you play Wind Waker and you don't want to use the Swift Sail, the minimum usage for it is just to change the wind direction without having to pull out the Wind Waker. So, like, if you're doing, like, a puzzle with the boat or something, like you're trying to get the right way to go, you don't have to slowly cruise around the island until you're in the right position. You know, that's done. You could just say, oh, I just want to be in this position, and you could just sail around and into the island or whatever to reposition yourself. And honestly, like, I actually came to like it. Originally I was like, yeah, of course they added this, but you know, sometimes when they change things to be more fluid, more flowing, it's not always just to make it easier. I think it makes it better in some cases. Not like Wind Waker is a difficult game anyway, so I don't even know why that argument even held any water with me at all. That's why I try not to get so angry about them making things a little bit easier for people in some games. Because you could make certain things easier and still keep the game's difficulty. I believe that. I believe it in 14. I believe it even in simple games like Wind Waker, so. I do not think that difficulty has to be so tied to archaic systems, for lack of a better word, basically. That's why I had this discussion with a friend of mine. I was like, I don't think having enmity in Final Fantasy really adds a lot. I think maybe back in the old days of playing an MMO, enmity systems were cool because, you know, you didn't have much else to do. Damage dealing wasn't really your job as a tank. Nowadays, not so much, right? Like, but that's why I think stance dancing just going away was a good thing ultimately. Like, was I annoyed that you don't have, you know, 2 different cool stances to swap between? Yeah, I could feel that, right? Like, I could understand that. But, like, it doesn't really add much. And even Paladin was very janky because of it. So, like, rather than have you swap between multiple different stances or whatever, I think it just makes a little bit more sense that you just have different things. You know, like, you just design rotations around DPS, which makes more sense. Because, like, doing an enmity combo is the most empty, boring thing you could possibly do with your life. Like, it doesn't add anything. It's almost never the optimal DPS action for one reason or another. By definition, because otherwise you would just spam it all day. Or you would spam it enough that it wouldn't, you know, it's whatever. So as much as I like Butcher's Block, Skull Sunder, I don't care. I don't miss that move at all. But as much as I miss Butcher's Block, I understand why it had to go away. As much as I like Power Slash, I understand why it had to go away. I don't even remember what comboed into Power Slash, honestly. But, I mean, like, then part of the problem becomes, like, you have all these cool moves that are just no longer on these classes. And that's the thing that I'm kind of like, okay, I see, I get that. So, I don't know. Does every tank need to have a 2-combo system? Not really. I think Dark Knight actually with 1 combo is fine. Although I would maybe like Power Slash back as a thing off of... I don't miss Delirium. Delirium became Interject. But I don't know. Like, I could see that being like, oh, okay, here's this other combo you use. Now, why would you want to use that over Soul Eater's healing? I'm not sure. It could be something that improves Soul Eater. Maybe, I don't know. So there's certain things maybe I could see, but, like, I understand why Butcher's Block had to go away, even if I disagree with it. But yeah, I don't know. That's a 14 discussion for my next 14 stream, which I don't know when that will be. And I have to do my roulettes today. I actually was doing my roulettes today. I literally got out of Aglaya at 10:59 a.m. The reset for the daily is 11 a.m. So we were finishing. These dudes were dapping it up. They were like, oh, you know, good job. Oh, great run, guys. I already left. I got out. I'm in front of my house, and I'm looking at the duty finder like, please change. And it did. That was so good. I was looking at it like, oh, man, did I make it? And I did. That was so good. I want to immortalize that because I wasn't streaming that, but I want to immortalize that I timed it perfectly. We had the fastest run of Aglaya I think I've ever had. In fact, I actually do have the proof of it from my abacus, so I technically should post that because I was actually really happy that I got out. In fact, let me pull it up because I definitely did not close it. I got Sastasha today. Yeah, here we go. We started Aglaya. I ran Aglaya twice today. We started at 10:39 a.m. and we ended it at, oh, the final fight started at 10:55 and 37 seconds, and then it was a 4-minute and 8-second fight. Dude, I was cutting it by seconds. Seriously. That means I got out of there at 10:59:55. I'm sorry, 45. So within 10 seconds, I already had my roulette reset. That's how crazy close that was. That was so dope. Oh my god. I'll never forget that either. That was such a cool day. Alright, let's evolve these two, because I don't really care about them. Sometimes I'm really good at running my roulettes. Seriously. See, here's the thing. Certain alliance raids are faster than others. Usually the first one in their series are very quick. So, for example, Aglaya is very quick. In fact, Aglaya is actually the optimal speed run if you want to level up. You put on the earring and you run Aglaya. And you run it over and over and over again. Now, me, I couldn't sit through Aglaya 50 times, okay? I've done it infinitely. I can't sit through Aglaya, I'm sorry. I can't sit through it that much. But if you get one of the near raids, goodbye. You know, the near raids take too long. And they take long because they have actual mechanics that you can't just cheese and skip. So, for example, Aglaya has the balance mechanic from Null Thal. I haven't seen that in months. Because in order to see it, your DPS just has to be bad. Like, they just have to be doing basically nothing. Iron Defense, Earth Power, Stealth Rock. If you see it, your DPS suck. Or they're dead, a bunch, which is an extension of it. Earth power, iron. Get rid of double edge. I guess we go fight Magikarps, huh? Okay. Okay. And we have one over on Lake Verity, which is absolutely crazy. I guess we'll fly over and get it. Not shiny. Man, one of these days I would just like this Infernape to be shiny so badly. So badly. But I don't come here a lot, so I need to journey out here. We could just farm that. That is a big blimp. That would definitely be something worth farming for. Getting a shiny static alpha is obviously easier than getting a random static or a random shiny alpha, but I would still like it to happen just because. Now, can we get a red Gyarados, please? Or a golden Magikarp again? I will always accept golden Magikarps. Yes. Wait, there is an alpha out here? Yeah, there isn't. All right, let's go back over here. Let's go fight. We'll get the Magikarp thing right now. There's no reason not to. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what Pokemon's gonna do. Whatever they do with Scarlet Violet, they need to never do again. Please, that shit was trash. That was like Gen 8 all over again. And there hasn't really been a Pokemon release since then, so... Like, genuinely, have they even released anything besides the fucking DLC? No, of course not. That will be too epic. Oh, I forgot. I have to reload anyway. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, dude, I was 15 seconds away from missing my bonus today. I did my main scenario, my leveling, and my alliance raid, the 3 best ones to do. And then I literally cut it close with 15 seconds to spare. That was crazy. Any other timeline, I would, someone would have been in a cutscene or something, and I wouldn't have been able to do it, bro. Good shit. One of my peak days, honestly. Got Warrior to 100, and I think I'm gonna get Sage to 93 today, doing next to nothing. And you know what? The Trials Roulette is worth doing. It's normal raids that isn't really worth doing. I just hate doing the Trials Roulette. The Trials Roulette is just a shit show. Seriously. You'll get some of the longer trials in the game, and I'll just be like, oh, fuck. And then the healers will both die at the same time, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. Please stop dying. Why does it have to be that both healers always die at the same exact time? On normal mode content. It's gotta be a curse. Seriously. Okay. What is going on here? That's gonna take a minute anyway. Oh boy. I have to figure out what desk I'm gonna keep. So in the next week or two, I might have to move some stuff around, which is gonna be very fun. But I'm getting to the conclusion of this. If I even want to. I'm gonna replace this desk that I have all my stuff on I'm going to replace it with that keyboard desk I've been talking about. I'm still going to keep this thing. I'm just going to use it for something else. What that something else is remains to be seen and will be figured out eventually, so I'm not too certain at the moment. How many did we use? We used 15. I'm assuming that we started at 0, which is... Fuck! That's not what I wanted. That's a safe assumption. I'll deal with this later. I can't deal with that right now. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to buy more of these. Did I buy 999 of these way back when? I think I did. I think we've slowly used like 500 in some of them. We're slowly whittling it down, but we're also slowly getting to the end of the decks, so it kind of works out. We have to agile style. I guess I'll agile style Earth Power. I didn't feel like doing it for this. Because after this, I guess I'm going to go to Cobalt, and we're just going to fight the Magmars and other things that spawn there, because we have to use, what, Stealth Rock and Earth Power. We could use... Earth Power is a special move. So... Because Stealth Rock we could use on almost anything. We could use that on birds, like Starlies and Staravias. I'm thinking that Stealth Rock and then Earth Power. Earth Power we have to use on a Fire type or Rock types. And we don't have a ton of options because there's not a lot in the game that are pretty consistently spawning. There's a couple golems over the hill. But I mean, see, this is why Steel Rock is not a great... There was a Steel Ground's not a great typing. Because we're weak to, like, a bunch of these types as well. So, like, there's a lot of give and take. Okay. It'll be fine. Honestly, I think fighting the Magmars is faster because we could just run down that hill, use whatever move's appropriate, preferably Earth Power, and then whatever else we need to do, we could just hit up the Stealth Rockers, go back, go to sleep, rinse, repeat. And then that's just easy. That's free cheese. And that's why I knew that once the trading was done, this would be just a cakewalk. Now, the sad part is that I'm almost never going to see a Bastiodon in this game in the wild. I don't even know if it's possible for it to spawn in a distortion. And so now we're kind of getting to the Pokemon that you just will not almost ever see. But yeah, we could definitely use Stealth Rock Agile against like Starlies and Staravias. Yeah, we're done. Perfect. Alright, we need to use Earth Power and Stealth Rock. Let's go back to Cobalt. Absolutely. Yes. Shieldon is done. Let me fill in the chart. Which means I have to swap to my other Google account, which is ridiculous, but whatever. It only takes a second. Alright, so we are officially at Pokemon 200. And today is the 20th. We haven't played in 10 days. So we have 7, 20, 24. It said to use Ancient Power on Shieldon first. We did the trading up front. So that's fine. It doesn't matter which order we do it in. It's all done. Oh shit, Gibble. Oh, I should do this. Even though it's not going to get me anything, I should totally do this. Let's do this real fast. We could take a break. We kind of earned a break a little bit. Ah! Okay, on the cliff over there. It's also good because, like I said, I haven't been here in a while, so that's fine by me. I think Gliscor, pick it up. I think Gliscor is one of the few Pokemon we have to do as well, so eventually I'll go back to that. I'm not going to worry about that. Today we're just going to finish up what we've got, and then we'll figure it out later. Because we also have to do Voltorb. Do we have to do Voltorb? I don't think I did Voltorb. No, I did. Okay. It's Electro we have to use Self-Destruct, which isn't an instant knockout, but yeah, that's going to be very fun. Electrode is just going to... I'm going to do one Pokemon per stream, probably, because we're going to get to a point where doing anything more than that is going to make me not want to do it. I wonder if we can... There you go. They don't enter combat together. Where's my Pokemon? Where's my Pokemon? Oh. Not that it matters. I just want to know. I have to know where my Pokemon is. I'm response. Oh, fuck off, dude. Now he's not gonna miss. Oh no, he doesn't get to move. Very nice. Oh my god. Dude, why does it have to be foggy now, dude? They make that move feel way more powerful than it usually feels like. Because they, like, flash the screen and slow the effects. Hey, the effects are good in this game. At least I could say that. At least this game just runs better than Scarlet Violet. It just looks better and runs better. Even if it has this weird, like, filter over it. It's so beautiful. I could live with this. In fact, I think Pokemon should be stylized. Legends Johto not happening might be one of the more depressing things, honestly. I could have taken that. I'm a Johto boy. I like that Sudowoodo isn't a one-time only Pokemon anymore, too. Like, it's actually a Pokemon you can catch and raise. Is it still a one-time in Heart Gold, Soul Silver? Does it respawn if you beat the Elite Four? I have no idea. It might be a one-time. Because I don't even remember how you get a Bonsly in, How do you get a Bonsly in DP in Platinum? I have no idea. It's a Diamond exclusive, I think. Because Mr. Mime is the Pearl exclusive. Yeah. No, don't hurt me! You know, that would have been such a good ability to give Hisuian Typhlosion. And I don't think it would be broken anyway. Give it Levitate. Like, why not give it Levitate? So that way it's not weak to ground types unless there's Gravity or, you know, any of the usual things. Mold Breaker. Like, in my mind, that's how you would begin to fix Hisuian Typhlosion. Give it more moves that use special attack and give it Levitate. Why the fuck does it need Frisk as its special ability? Like, that, it just makes, it's like, it's nonsensical. And then they, you know, they're going to be like, well, why don't people use this Pokemon? Because, like, nothing about it is good. It has no natural immunities. It's weak to a bunch of types, right? Yes, it now has a poison resistance, but let's be fair. How often do you get to use a poison... Oh, wrong thing. How often do you get to use a poison resistance? Like, never. And now, because it's part ghost type, it's weak to ghosts, and it's weak to dark. So it has more weaknesses, probably, and its secondary type... Hello there, friend. Where are you going? Its secondary type does not help it at all. I mean, Rowlet gains a resistance, or rather a neutrality to, what, bug types? Bug and poison? But it also gains a 4 times weakness. So, like, what are you really gaining? That's what I mean. Like, certain things just gotta make more sense. And unfortunately, fire is just a bad defensive type. Unfortunately, it just is. It's just not a good defensive type. A lot of its weaknesses are very common, like ground and water. Oh, great. I could actually lose this, but I'm not, again, who cares? The worst thing that happens is it just takes up more time. Nice. Oh, yeah, that does a lot of damage because I'm I've never seen him use it on sleep before. Oh, no. This is going to take 2 hits no matter what. Can you not? Alright, ready? Here comes the Wombo combo. 2 Drowsy into Hex. I don't think so, because it did the animation. Okay. That could have gone really badly. Okay. Alright, let's go do this, and then we'll actually go fight stuff our own level. Oh my god, dude, are you fucking kidding me? It's a Gligar. It's not even what I was looking for. Who? I thought it was a Gibble. I was gonna be so happy. It's not even a Gibble. Alright, let's catch it. Play it again? No, they don't. Look how beautiful these things are in the wild. Seriously. Beautiful. Just a magnificent looking Pokemon. Seriously. Oh, where is this thing? It's up the hill. Do they enter combat together? Yes, they do. Which is fine, because I'm way faster. Because Weavile is one of the few Pokemon that actually breaks this game. Samurott can kind of do it. But not really. I wonder what the other Pokemon that break this game are, because Weavile has to be one of the best Pokemon in this game. By far. Almost disgustingly so, honestly. Here, get aggro to me. Thank you. That's why anything that is weak to Ice Shard, you can farm it so efficiently in this game. Like, what is it supposed to do? Nothing. And then once you're out of turns, you could use Agile Style and continue doing it. They would totally nerf this. This is actually just them being nice and being lazy. They never nerfed it. Could you imagine if they actually patched this? That's the thing about games that get abandoned by the developer. It's like, well, would you want them to come back and fix some glitches? Because they're probably going to fix things that help you. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. It's like the monkey's paw. It's like, do you want them to come back and patch something? Probably not. I don't. I mean, what would they do? Set a hard limit on how many turns you can move? I guess that would be the only thing that they could do. Alright, that's it. Let's leave. Or I guess while we're here, let's go grab the remaining packages, I guess. Even though a lot of these are good candidates for Earth Power, maybe we do the ones in Cobalt first. Actually, how many more Earth Powers do we need? A good amount. We probably should just fight some of these, shouldn't we? Alpha. That was... Man. I am really bad at reading fall damage in games. Seriously. I am really bad at it. Oh, no! Dude, imagine if this thing had moved on turn 1. I would be so screwed right now. It would use Earth Power. Dude, I would be done. I'd be so cooked. Alright, let's take care of this now before I get into combat again. You know what I have been thinking about playing again? And maybe that's what I'll do, is in August I'll just have like a throwback month to do like old playthroughs. You know what I have been thinking about playing again? Enter the fucking Matrix, if you could believe it. I had a dream about that last night. I was like, you know, this is my dream. I'm just sitting in my room playing video games. I don't know what game, but I'm just sitting around and I'm thinking to myself, you know, I haven't played Enter the Matrix in like a year. I'm sorry, well, not a year, like half a decade at this point. Whenever the last stream of Into the Matrix was, that was the last time I ever played it. So maybe I will replay it, but I am a little worried about replaying those kinds of games because they have actual movie scenes in them. Now, maybe they're nice and they recognize that those are for the video game and not from the movie, and only a few fleeting scenes in that game are actually directly from the movie. But I am still very cognizant that I effectively would be playing a movie game. Oh, this is bad, actually. I should not have done this. I should have stickied it first. And it missed. Very nice. Is it only one to sticky glob you? Yes, okay. It's one for any non-alpha. I think maybe there's a rare Pokemon that requires more than that. This is good experience, too. Actually, do I have a shiny Gliscor? Maybe I don't. Maybe I should evolve this one. Start thinking, like, what Pokemon am I going to evolve, you know? With this massive collection of shinies I have, to the point that it's actually kind of inhibiting me from playing the game normally. Is it 20? Oh, it's fucking 40. Jesus Christ. You know what we need? We need a Fire-type Outbreak. That's exactly what we need. A Fire-type Outbreak or a Rock-type Outbreak. Which maybe that would be faster, just resetting until you either get A, an Outbreak you want to farm, or B, an Outbreak that is of a certain type. That might also be just a little bit faster. Do I want to sit around and wait for that? Probably not. Actually, Earth Powered would work on electric types too. I didn't even think about that. Not that there's a lot of electric types in this game, but whatever. Are there even a lot of electric types? There's like 3. There's Luxio. There's not even a lot of Pikachus. There's Luxio. There's Electabuzz. Man, there's not really a lot. That's why I don't really think of it. That's the one thing about it is, like, the Sinnoh Dex is very slanted towards certain types of Pokemon. Which isn't the best, but whatever. Let's leave. We're gonna speed run this. Okay. Return to the village. We will go back to Cobalt. Right? Did I say Cobalt? Yeah, Cobalt. Ah, fuck. Okay, can we not? I don't want to do Cobalt when it's raining, because that changes the Pokemon that are there. Actually, technically, that wouldn't be too terrible. But I just don't want to do it when there's a outbreak going on. That's kind of a waste. And no, you cannot sleep to change the kind of outbreaks that are out there. You have to literally leave any area. Yeah, I've tried that before. I think that was one of the first things I found out. Oh my god, now it's a Piplup outbreak. But what sucks is that it's Piplup or it's this. It's Geodude, which is technically better. I should save the game. I haven't done this in ages. We're about to break 400 hours. Oh no, we're not there yet, no. I thought it was 59 minutes. I don't know why I thought that. There you go. We're not gonna get a Piplup. We're not even gonna get close. I guess technically I could still use Shieldon. But then if I get the progress anyway, I guess it kind of defeats the purpose of saving, doesn't it? Actually, you're good. Oh, perfect. We get 2 per. This is amazing. And it doesn't work on me. Love it. You love to see it. Oh, wow. Never mind. Do the jagged splinters deal relative damage based on your level, kind of? Maybe. That did a lot of damage. Yeah, he's done then. Oh no, I get to move again. Very nice. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm just gonna go look at this out. I guess I'm not resetting then. There's no point. Even I wouldn't throw away progress this good. Are you kidding me? I'm a genius. Somehow, every area I go to that's just for an outbreak, you know, you get a little bit of progress off of most of the Pokemon in that area. It's not fantastic. I wonder what the battling challenges are like in this game. If I'll even ever attempt that. Wait, why did I use that? I was totally not thinking about what I was doing. There you go. spray here. Yep, you can even see him. I mean, we could also just make them run. I don't really care much either way. Hello. Oh my fucking god, dude. You're useless. Seriously. Now this thing's gonna come over here and harass the shit out of me. Did that fourth one leave? No, I don't think it did. Whatever. Alright, this should be the whole group anyway. Yeah. Alright, well, it's about what you'd expect. It's not a huge deal. I kind of like that Stealth Rock is an offensive move. A little bit. Obviously, it would become too broken if it wasn't, though, so... Because there's nothing that resists it. So, I don't know. I guess so. Sure, why not? I forgot that Empoleon shows up here. I was like, what the hell? That scared the shit out. I didn't even know what I was looking at. Oh, you guys are perfect too. Although you're also fighting types, but whatever. Yeah. I cannot believe these things are finally coming in useful. Alright, do you enter combat as a group? No. Honestly, I think the coloration looks a little bit different from when I first saw it. But Toxicroak is definitely one of my favorite poison types. I just never get to use it. And I also don't know if it has any priority moves. I feel like it would be a really good Pokemon with, like, priority moves. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten to use Toxicroak, really. Alright, one more Agile Style. Then we just Stealth Rock spam. In fact, after this, let's go to the island and we'll just go fight the Magmars and stuff. I'll heal first as well. Alright, we don't have to Agile Style anymore. Here we go. Yeah, Wolfric was his name, right? In Kalos? I don't really remember the Kalos gym leaders. I remember the Fairy-type gym leader because the Fairy-type gym leader looked really weird. She had, like, weird bug eyes. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, I resist that. Wait, what typing am I? Am I Steel Rock or Steel Ground? I don't even know. That's the bad one. Yeah, it's ground types. Okay. Ow. It's fine. If we get knocked out, it's not like a huge deal. Revives are pretty cheap. Okay. See, this only works if you enter combat from behind, though. That's just, I don't know. Maybe it would just be too broken otherwise. There you go. Maybe once I get my Wii set up, maybe I will play Wind Waker. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe in August I play like a couple old like GameCube games that are totally gonna get content ID'd to hell and back. Like imagine trying to play a 007 game. I'm gonna get content ID'd with a 007 music that didn't even exist when the game was out, probably. They're gonna like content ID me for like Skyfall or No Time to Die or something. And I'll be like, yeah, you know, that is pretty wacky that I'm going to get content ID for stuff that came out like almost 20 years later. But yeah, maybe I will do that 007 marathon as well this summer. So I'm thinking Agent Under Fire, Nightfire again, because I haven't played that in a long time. And then Everything or Nothing, which is like the big one. That's the one I really like playing. See, every Bond game does something cool. Agent Under Fire is like a really good like 2000s era game. Nightfire has like a really good aesthetic and really good music. And then Everything or Nothing just has really short levels. And that's like the #1 complaint I have about it, is that it has a lot of levels, but they're just really short. Whereas Nightfire, I guess you could argue, is each level is made up of 3 different portions. But there's not a lot of missions in the game. And what sucks is that they just never made any more after that. Like, after that, they started doing all these weird different games, like Rogue Agent. And obviously, the GoldenEye remake had nothing to do with that. It wasn't even close to the original. It was exactly what they say when they say remake. It's like, we're just taking everything and doing it completely differently. That era of shooters is just gone, man. The Call of Duty influence was just too strong. What? Oh, no, I'll do this later. The Call of Duty influence was just too strong after that. And, like, I get it. Like, ADS is helpful. ADS is cool. But, like, I don't know. You know, you don't have any more, like, go here, do this. Like, there's no more, like, open level design. It's just kind of, like, follow the waypoint for, like, everything. And, like, technically every game is linear if you look at it hard enough, or not even that hard. But it was a little bit cool when, you know, there were things like Bond moments to get, optional ways to go. That's more Everything or Nothing, though. Everything or Nothing has, like, a lot of replayability. Go watch the, Go watch someone beat the speed run, or not the speed run, but, like, the par time for a simple exchange. It's, like, one of my favorite levels in the game, because the entire level is non-lethal, and you can't let them raise the alarm. It's a pure stealth level. It's actually really funny to watch and really fun to play. More so than Night Exchange. Or I think that's the name of that level, right? Or is it Phoenix Fire? That 2000s era gaming, you know, the Bush era years of gaming is just such a unique time. And it's just definitely never coming back. No, definitely not. That's, like I said, that's what me and my cousin used to play all the time. I would go to his house and we would play Bond games. Man, that was fun. It was a good time. It was a long time ago. Even when I started this channel, that was like 7-8 years prior. But, you know, it was a good time. And you just don't really get that anymore. That's why that new game, that game that they were showing off at the Microsoft Expo, which, by the way, Microsoft is killing it. I'll give them that. They might close a lot of studios, and they might do a lot of things I don't like, and I don't like Game Pass in general. But the one thing that I will give Microsoft is that at least at this year's presentation for fake E3, they had a lot of games. I actually thought that was really cool how many games that they had. And they were all seemed pretty varied. So for what it's worth, I mean, you know, they took a couple years to take L's, and now they're going to drop a lot of these games. That could be good. Expedition 33 looks good. Turn-based strategy game. And whatever that swamp game was. I made the joke, it's like Kaya and the Dark Lineage, but Southern, and the main character's black. And I was like, you know what? Sure, fuck it. It could be different at least. Of course, I have things to do this summer that I will get to once I'm done moving stuff around. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for most of that. Remember, most of that's going to be 2025 or later games, mind you. So a lot of that is not even coming out this year alone. Like, a lot of this is like forward a couple of years, we might see some of this come out. So that's why I'm not like jumping, or you know, I'm not like crazy like it's gonna come out soon. Nah, I'm more than happy to wait. But you know, it's good to know that there are things coming out. Obviously for the Switch, I think they're holding back a couple of games to drop Switch 2 news, right? Which kind of makes sense. I think that Metroid Prime 4 will absolutely come out on the Switch. I mean, they basically confirmed it, right? So Nintendo's good with their promises like that. I can't think of the last time they fully announced a game and then it didn't come out for that console. Even Breath of the Wild is on the Wii U. So yeah, I'm not sure when and how that's going to work out, but that's fine. Okay. Oh, I keep tripping myself. It doesn't do anything in combat, fortunately. Fortunately, that doesn't mean anything in combat. Could be in some real shit otherwise. But yeah, there's a couple things I'm looking forward to. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to play a lot. Since I don't have to go out tomorrow. Most I might do is like on Monday or Tuesday, I might move some stuff around. So maybe I'll do that then. Maybe I'll move that other desk I have in here. It'll be a little bit higher up and some stuff, and I can actually rewire it. And then that'll be good. Like I said, I bought a new HDMI switch. I bought a couple of things, so that'll be good. That'll be helpful. Mainly just so I don't have to constantly, like, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I'm going to keep half of my old stuff plugged in. So, like, my 360, I don't know if there's a single game on my 360 I can't play on my Series X. Honestly, what would be better for me to get at this point would be an actual Xbox original. That might actually be a little bit better. Okay. And then when the rain stops, we enter combat together? Perfect. When the rain stops, they'll respawn. But I'm like, there's a couple games on the Xbox original that would be worth playing that don't have ports. It's actually funny because you could actually boot Nightfire on the 360, but it crashes on the second level, which is unfortunate. Like, their backwards compatibility is unfortunately pretty ass on the 360. Whereas the Wii was effectively perfect. It was actually almost flawless, I believe. Most games you will play on the Wii will be perfect on the... Or most GameCube games you play on the Wii will run perfectly. Even the 2-disc games. When you swap the disc, it thinks that the cover is closed when there's no game inside the Wii. So it'll just say, oh, okay, you know, you open the cover and please put in the game. You just slide the game in. That was actually really well done. And that's why my Wii effectively retired my Game Boy, or my GameCube. That was the only thing I really got out of the Wii, was playing old games on it. Playing old games in Resident Evil and Metroid. and then quitting in 2010. Ironically, the year when all the good games came out and all the expensive games came out too. All the games that would go on to be like 10 times their value. Yeah, I fucked that one up. Hardcore. Alright, where are we at for stealth rocks? We gotta be in the 30s now, right? 32, okay. Alright, we'll probably finish this up, and then that'll be it. Probably take like another couple of minutes. Do we have to reload again then? I guess I could swap to the other one. Yeah, I'll swap. So yeah, I'll probably play Wind Waker, and then I'll probably play like maybe one other nostalgia game, I think, for the summer. Because I'm feeling that. Definitely not a Metroid game, though. I gotta think about what game I should play. I wonder... No, okay, maybe I should play a game I've never played. Maybe I'll play Star Fox. That could be like a really... Because I only played, what, Adventures for the channel? Twice? Fuck, I hate how... I don't hate Adventures. I hate that they never made a sequel to Adventures. Technically it's Assault, but Assault has a completely different style of gameplay. And Assault is what I like to call like a good idea, but not done enough. Like, it's only 10 missions. Like, you could basically beat Assault in like one sitting. Maybe 2 sittings if you're being reasonable, I guess. But yeah, waiting for a new Star Fox game at this point is just torture. Like, even Fire Emblem has more going for it. It's just really depressing. Alright, one more. And then we have to go do Earth Power, which is just running down that one hill. I guess I'll go rest, and then after that, we'll do that, and that's it. 7 moves, I think, right? 8 moves? 7. I can't believe the fossils are finally done, man. What a great day. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I didn't have to stand around Coronet for like 5 hours like I originally thought I was going to have to. Just to see Shieldon spawn and pray that you get a heavy one and that you don't evolve it. Because if you evolve your only heavy Shieldon, you are in such deep shit. That's like one of those, oh, you screwed yourself at the beginning of the game, we just didn't tell you until now type things, you know? Which was that one kind of Reddit thread I was talking about the other day. Come on. Dude, they're literally all waiting to jump me, all at once. This dude is a dick. Here. He's also too far to enter combat with. There you go. Doesn't work. What a shitty move Poison Gas is. But somehow it always works. Yes, thank you, Ash. Yes, that is all thanks to Ash. Otherwise, I would be sitting here for the rest of eternity trying to do this. Like, because think about it. So, you have to wait potentially 40 minutes at worst, 5 minutes at best, right? Statistically, I don't know if it's better to reset every 5 minutes for a 10% chance or to just guarantee the 40 minutes worst case. Alright, so you sit around for 40 minutes worst case. Alright, well now there's only 3 special spawns that can spawn in a Shieldon. Remember, those special spawns, even if they're weighted equally, are shared with Rowlet and Cranidos as well. And maybe their evolutions, which hopefully you don't get an evolution, because a Bastiodon cannot turn into a Shieldon, but a Shieldon can turn into a Bastiodon. Then, and only then, if you roll the 33% chance tops, there is a slight chance, even if it's equally weighted for every single possible weight, or what is it, size or whatever. Even if it's equally weighted for every single size, you have to roll maybe 1/3 on top of that to get the maximum size, because you need big Shieldons. Even if you were to say, okay, fuck that, let me import them from like Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, you can't check the size until you import it into this game. So even in the best case scenario, which is I'm just going to trade a bunch of Shieldons in, like you have to hatch maybe like 20 or 30. And then you get like, hopefully 1, 2 would be ideal. Anything beyond that's a little extra, right? Because, and you have to have someone to trade with. So no matter what, it's either stupid amounts of time, insane luck, or grinding with a lot of trading. And because Ash helped me, I got to skip all 3 of those. I was a little bit lucky. I bred one and I had another. It's whatever. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Oh, I would be here for the rest of my life. Thank you, Ash. Oh my god. So nice to have someone you could just call on just to trade Pokemon with. I'm gonna try. Nah, this is kind of stupid, but whatever. Whatever. Let's see if this. Let's see how this goes. What level is this thing? Oh fuck, this is bad. Yeah, this is not gonna be good. Whatever. I just have to use the move twice, please. Alright, miss turn 1. Turn 2, not that. That's not fantastic. Alright, go out with a bang. Fantastic. This actually worked. Alright, and we're done. Dude, oh. It's like a weight is off my shoulders. Unbelievable. Alright, let's go back to town. We'll grab this first. Just in the interest of time. Let's just grab that real fast, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know when the next time I'm going to play this game will be. We will finish Dex. We will definitely finish it long before we get to ZA, obviously. But I think I'm going to take like a week or 2 off. I'd rather play like another game, you know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll forget I'm even saying this. That's entirely possible as well. But now we are effectively done with normal Pokemon in this game. So now what I say with that is that there are only 4 categories of Pokemon. Hey, I'm getting Legends Arceus tomorrow. What star should I get between Oshawott and Rowlet? Oshawott. Now, ultimately, all the starters are decent. Rowlet has a lot more weaknesses, but it's got good moves. It's got a couple things, and its unique move is pretty good. But I think Oshawott is just the best. Now, I haven't tested it. I picked Cyndaquil, so you're going to have to forgive me. But I think that Oshawott is genuinely the best starter. Water is good. It gets a stab move and Aqua Jet. That's a priority move. Priority moves are straight broken in this game. If your Pokemon is fast enough, the enemy team never gets to move. Samurot's unique move is really good. What else? It has a lot of good moves. It's both a physical and a special attacker. That's my co-op timer. Oshawott just has more things going for it, but Rowlet is also a good choice. Either of those, you can't go wrong. Whatever starters you don't pick, you will be able to get infinitely in the post game. Okay, so don't worry about potentially missing out. Shout out to Red Riot Power 9175 for joining the stream. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, I've documented a lot of this. What stream number are we on? 132? Yeah, I've overly streamed this game, so. And that's the best part. Once you beat it, there's like basically it's great. It's one of those infinite replayable games, and I really like it. So Oshawott won because Razzle Live said Rowlet, you and someone else said Oshawott, and I love Oshawott. Yeah, either of those are fine. Cyndaquil is definitely the worst by far. Now you could still have fun with it. I would never say that you can't, but Oshawott is definitely a little bit better than Rowlet, which is much better, both of them, than Cyndaquil. That's how I would rank it. I don't think I've seen a starter have this much power in a game since, like, Gen 4, where Piplup was just stupidly broken and was just ahead of everything. Okay, so, here's the plan. I am done with this game for the foreseeable future. Maybe I'll take, like, a week or two off, okay? So the reason why I say, oh, well, you know, why am I not streaming this game anytime in the near future? One, again, I'm a little burnt out on it. Two, because as of right now, we have 201 Pokemon Dex completed. That's 83.06% of the Pokedex. There's only a few categories of Pokemon left that I have not completed. We have the 11 story Pokemon, and the Gen 4 evolutions. Oh wait, we did Mantine, Rotom, and Abomasnow, right? Yes, I didn't fill it in. And then the evolutions, and then the legendaries, okay? Also, say, what's a living dex? Is it a regular Pokedex, but on your... No, okay, so when they say living dex, what it means is that you have every Pokemon in the game, like, inside of your dex, right? So, like, I don't just have Decidueye. I have Rowlet, I have a Dartrix, and then I have a Decidueye. I don't just have Wurmple and then its evolutions. I have every Pokemon laid out end to end. That's what a living dex is, when you have every Pokemon laid out end to end in the dex. So if we keep going, you know, I won't go all the way, but you can see, like, I have every Pokemon and then its evolutions, right? That's what I mean when I say a living dex. The other thing that I do is I'm trying to dex perfect. It's a whole thing. I just want you to enjoy the game since it's going to be your first time. But basically, I'm trying to get these sparkles on every single Pokemon, which you do by completing different tasks like this. And so when you do that, you get a little bit extra shiny luck, right? This game is a massive shiny hunting game. Yeah, so like Pichu, Pikachu, and Raichu. Yes, you lay it out as if you're looking through the Pokedex, right? That's exactly what you would do, yes. So I would have all these Pokemon in a row, and I do have them. That was actually something I did very early on in this game. Probably over 100 and some streams ago. But for your first playthrough, just go ahead, just beat the game, enjoy it. All of this stuff is post-game. That's how I treated it, right? It's post-game stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. When is Rise of Ronin and Avatar recording? Yes, I want to record Avatar with you. Probably not. Please think on it and Rise of Ronin because the histories are up my alley. Okay, Rise of Ronin I'm definitely going to play on my own. I am not sure about the Avatar because I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that. And home, I have no idea. It depends when I have the money to buy home, which I do not have the money to buy home. And I have time to do that anyway and reconsider it because I should save my money instead of giving it to these guys for making shitty Pokemon games. Yeah, no worries, Right. Best of luck. I hope you have a fun time. If you ever see me streaming again, feel free to stop by, alright? Absolutely. Especially this game. Trust me, I love talking about this game as much as I get annoyed at it. But yeah, next time when we come back, I think I'm going to move on. We'll start with the Gen 5, or I'm sorry, the Gen 4 evolutions. So I guess I could put them in my party now, and then just whenever that happens is whenever that happens, I guess. So Mamoswine would be the first one. There you go. So Mamoswine, and then Dusknoir was another one I said I wanted to fully complete. Now, honestly, I might just try to only do one at a time. What about Probopass? I mean, it's not that terrible. I guess we could do Probopass as well. Alright, let's go catch it real quick. Because I know I'm going to run into this problem anyway. So we'll just do this real fast and then we're actually done. But yeah, we are down to the last 4 categories of... Oh my god, they put Prinplup now? Sure. Well, that's going to be annoying actually because I have to defeat it. I should use Gallade. Alright, we'll do this. We'll do this as the last thing and then I'm done. Actually, wait. Dusknoir, what do we have to do for Dusknoir? Where the fuck is it? Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Strong Style. But I didn't teach it the elemental punches, did I? No, so we have to use Glade. This is why I have to get a second Glade. Maybe I should also do that as well. Do I even have a second Glade at this point? I have Leaf Blades, so that's what I'll use instead. Do I have a second Glade? I should catch one if I don't. It's too useful to not use, seriously. There you go. Welcome to the team, buddy. I have to give it all those special moves, too. Yeah, you're a little bit too low level. There, you're fine. Okay. Alright. Same spot. Just run out and do this real fast. Does Gallade learn Leaf Blade by default, or is that a tutor move? What the fuck? Yeah, no, it's by default. Okay. Psycho Cut to replace Psychic. Drain Punch is already equipped. We'll put on Draining Kiss for coverage. You see why I love this Pokemon so much? This is so good. But why'd I replace Drain Punch? Whoops. There you go. Beautiful. Such a good Pokemon, man. Ever since it's been introduced, I have loved the Vaults line. Truly. It is such a perfect Pokemon line. Seriously. And that they changed Wally's Ace to be a Gallade is awesome, too. That's, like I said, that was one of my favorite rival showdowns in all of Pokemon. This poor, sickly, frail kid finally gets to become basically champion material in his own right. It was like Silver, but not antagonistic, and he's kind of unassuming at first. Yeah, good times. Alright, well, I haven't leveled this thing. If I'm going to use it routinely, I will have to level it. I will have to dump a bunch of dust and shit into it. It's okay, they don't enter battle together, so they can all get as mad as they want collectively. They don't help each other. That's actually in the Pokedex, believe it or not. Prinplups are too proud to accept help. So they could keep getting aggroed all they want. They're too proud to help each other. Little detail. It's the little details. The little details. And then I gotta figure out... I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just resetting until we get really good events. Probably. And just focus on one Pokemon a stream. Because I could see this becoming a major point of burnout. And after this... I guess I don't have to go capture another Gallade. We already have one. What was the other thing I was gonna do? We don't have to capture more Weaviles, that's for sure. I have a bunch of those. I forget what the other thing I was gonna do was. I was gonna catch it. Oh, a Probopass. Yeah, we'll catch Probopass. That'll be the last thing I do. Since I don't wanna evolve Nosepass. That's too time consuming. Alright, see how nothing else spawned? That's because the event is done. What? Who? Clown? Okay. Alright, let's go catch that Probopass. Hopefully we could catch it really easily, and if not, no biggie. Now watch, all the events are going to start now, because I didn't end the stream. Alright, roll out the Eevee event. No. And that's fine. Get the fuck out of here. Getting a shiny Eevee's hard work, man. Trying to wait for it to turn around. Fuck! This game and its weird fucking hitboxing is so insane. Alright, thank you. Let's get the hell out of here. No, I don't even want to check the happening event. I'm done. The drift seemed to have stopped, so that's really weird. I don't know why that happened. Now that I just think about it, I haven't had it since the last time I complained about it. Alright, so let me put this Pokemon in my party before I forget. That's all the time that we're going to have for today. I'm keeping Basculin. I guess my party is kind of full, isn't it? I guess I really can't afford to carry around a spare Gallade, which kind of sucks because that would be perfect. But where did it go? There we go. There we go. Alright, so these are going to be the 3 Pokemon we'll work on next. These are all Gen 4 evolutions that had special methods to get them. Trading Dusclops with a Reaper Cloth. Evolving Piloswine when it learns Ancient Power, which is almost instant to my knowledge, right? And then Probopasses evolve a Nosepass on Mount Coronet. Do you have to be on the, is it on top of Mount Coronet or is it in Mount Coronet? It might be both, it might just be one, I'm not too sure. And they later changed this so they don't have to, they changed it to just a Thunderstone, I believe. All those high magnetism area evolutions like Chargestone Cave and stuff, they change later on to be different, which is exactly how it should be. So once again, shout out and thanks to Ash for the help, because without her I would be screwed. And this series would be 20 streams longer than it should have been, which is really awesome. Ooh, really epic. That we can all move on with our lives. Alright. Save. Save again. Alright. Thank you all. I will see you all tomorrow. I don't know for what. Oh, Donkey Kong. That's exactly what it's for. And, yeah, so thank you, Red Riot Power. Thanks, Ash. Thanks, Raiden. Thanks, Drakion. Thanks, Devin. Thanks, Viff. Thanks, Light-Minded. Thank you, everyone who showed up and stopped by and enjoyed the stream. Good progress. We are finally over 201 Pokemon, which is dope. Maybe what I'll do is I'll play Wind Waker twice a week, because I know Wind Waker's not a very long game. Wind Waker just has a very long intro. If I have a save that bypasses it, maybe I'll just not do the intro, honestly. But, yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a good night.